So, you gonna tell us about your tattoo journey?
I was on a tattoo journey. Why not?
Oh my god! Oh, you can get gauges.
You said what?
You gonna get gauges?
Yeah, I'm gonna get gauges. I was gonna get them for my birthday, but I told you, like, the whole situation, they just fucked up my whole
Can you get
thing.
glow in the dark gauges?
You said what?
Can you get glow in the dark?
I don't know. If I could find them, I'd probably put the bitches in. But they're not gonna be too big. Like, I only want like, what is it, like half an inch? No, that's too big. Quarter inch. Cause I don't want no big ass holes in my ear.
I have a question, Ash. Because I was thinking about this.
What?
So, I was gonna get Jones this bong for his birthday.
Mm-hmm.
But he said he's not gonna use it. Now let me explain. Do you think that there's a such thing as fragile masculinity?
Fragile masculinity?
Mm-hmm.
No, I think you could be an immature man, but I don't think there's nothing that's fragile. No,
So, what would you consider an immature man?
that's a lot.
I can't tell you what the bong was yet. Right?
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Now you let's hear the second part first.
So the bong is in the shape of,
Fragile masculinity. You're so sick. Why are you such a sick person?
so the bong is in the shape of a dick.
The bitch is like this big. Right? And the motherfucker got
So it's a 10-inch dick.
So it be like this, right? The bitch like this big, big ass ball sack, and I mean, what the fuck I look like? Inhaling from a fucking dick.
You better talk to the mic, so.
But why, bro? Why did you want to get this nigga a 10-inch dick bong?
Because he saw it when we was in the
I should get
motherfucking
this
smoke
for you.
shop. I'm gonna get that for your birthday. And I feel like real reason he brought it up because the dude in front of us was like, "Hey, babe, I got that for your birthday." She was like, "Yeah, da."
Oh, she did? I didn't hear none of that.
Oh yeah, the dude, the white dude that was in there with his girl.
I don't pay them.
Oh yeah, they was talking. He pointed around. He was like, "Yeah, I put that on reserve for your birthday." She's like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna use it too."
The black one, huh?
Yeah, the big black one that was sitting up there that had the
Because
fucking
she want black dick.
the one that had the incense in it
And
and
it's the
shit.
only way that she can get it.
Was vicariously through her her black
Vicariously
dick
through
bong.
the bong.
That's crazy.
But yeah,
You're wrong.
how am I wrong?
Because I'm pretty sure you don't like smoking from dicks or anything around dicks around your face.
You give me a fucking
I'm
bong that
pretty
looks
sure.
like a fucking pussy, I'll be all about it. Man,
How you think that bitch gonna be?
That sounds
How you think that's
terrible.
gonna be shaped?
That would be terrible.
like this.
What
It'd
is
be
the
like-
little
it'd
part?
be like this,
This
and you
part
have
would
one
be
little
the
piece coming
clit,
out.
right? But
That'd
then
be
where you?
terrible.
That
But
bitch be
when would
coming out
you-
where the fucking hole is in the
No, I
vagina.
wouldn't want that at all.
You
And
wouldn't
then
put the
whole
thingy
thing
right
like
there,
that.
No.
and then the pussy hole
like,
is that
boom.
part?
I don't want that.
That's
I
weird.
don't want that.
And had a what?
But I wanna see it.
weed part
I
at
don't
the
want
top.
that.
and had
If I
the-
see it, I'll buy it for one of y'all.
I don't
You
want
see my
that.
face. You don't see my face. You just see the fucking bong.
I don't want that.
Like a gas mask.
I'll get that for you for your birthday,
I figured out how
Marcus.
to make it work, but I don't want that.
You don't want to smoke weed from a pussy.
Nah, so what you would do is
Hey, would y'all put a fucking blunt in some girl's pussy if I had the chance? Now that we're on that.
No, because I don't know.
What if she can smoke it? I've seen bitches smoke cigarettes with their pussy. So what if she smoked a blunt with her pussy? Is that a turn on? These niggas had to think about it.
What is it gonna do for you?
I don't fucking know. I
You
thought it was
wasting
some
my weed
aesthetic
like that. You
shit.
wasting my weed.
Nah, you got the pussy.
He said I don't want to answer this.
Why not?
Because you wasting my weed. If you want to
Ah,
smoke
that's
this
not
shit-
a waste.
No,
You can pull it back out like.
no bullshit. If
and
you want to
then
smoke
smoke
it,
it.
what the fuck are you doing that for? If you want to smoke it, just hit the shit.
But I'm
Put it
just
on your normal
saying,
list.
aesthetically,
Your
is that
actual list,
sexy?
you know,
I just
yeah.
be wondering what be sexy to y'all, and it be the most random shit.
Bitch.
So that's a no from Marcus. Tony, what would you think?
He said he don't want to answer.
Why not?
it's Marcus' topic. Go ahead to your topic, Marcus.
Oh, this nigga gross. Anyway,
what
go
happened?
ahead, Marcus.
Oh, you got too loud, Ash. Yeah, don't be yelling.
I'm ashamed of my podcast.
Why?
No reason. Go ahead,
want to
Marcus.
answer this one. All right, so
Hold on. But yeah.
yeah, let me find a female that can hit a blunt with her pussy. I'm a shotgun her shit so easy.
So there was some things said off mic, just so y'all know. So that's how we started with shotgunning out of a girl's pussy.
Like I said, niggas is nasty.
Wait,
Why would
so-
you put a whole fucking cigarello in a bitch? Why would you let a nigga put a cigarello in your pussy? I love my pussy too much to let a whole fucking nasty ass cigar
What
thing
if,
in my
no,
pussy.
what if it's natural leaf?
Nope.
She's like, nope.
Cause it get brown at the tip. I don't want nothing
Not
that's
if
like
it's natural bamboo leaf,
no.
or if it's
So you like actual hemp,
or you use whatchamacallits?
It
Raw
be
leaf.
staining.
the raw?
Yeah.
It only
use-
stain when you
use
roll
raw-
the blunt wrong because it get all sticky at the end.
Yeah, you got to use raw papers.
Yeah, you can't.
Oh,
roll it.
okay.
That's just pure.
I'll
hemp.
remember that for the next time someone wants to stick a blunt in my pussy. Thanks, guys. It might come up. I don't know.
So let us know when that happens.
That's fucking
no,
weird.
you've already
I'm
let
not
the-
telling
you've already
nobody.
Let the audience know that you don't like it.
I'm telling nobody about that.
Everybody knows that Ash does not want blunt or pussy.
Just in case anybody was wondering my stance.
Yeah, no blunt
my-
Ash's pussy.
My imagination was like, wouldn't that be crazy? Then I had to ask y'all, do
Yeah.
y'all find that sexy?
Sexy?
Or is it just something to do?
It's a strong
Just
word.
something to do.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
at least on my side, I don't know about him.
I mean, more than something to do.
I ain't never think to try it.
It's interesting.
So
Now,
now-
please.
Now I'm gonna try to.
Now I need you to report back.
I mean, I think it would be interesting to see.
Yeah,
Yeah, why not? You want to
that's
see
true.
Look,
I definitely
I'm
would want
telling
to
y'all
see
right
it.
now, y'all keep this record. It's online.
I'm about to go on
Everybody got
X
this.
videos because
This
I
shit
know
gonna be
somebody did
posted,
it.
So y'all can keep it forever. Y'all know. Let me find a bitch
Yeah,
that
I
can
know
hit a blunt
someone.
with her pussy. I'm shotgun. Point blank. Period.
Okay. I mean,
Is those one of those things y'all get
It is. If
territorial?
it happened, I'm gonna let y'all know about it too.
Is those one of the things you're gonna get territorial? Like, nah, I bet you. Who else is you fucking? You ain't fucking nobody else with
Nah,
this.
I ain't even gonna get territorial about it. I'm like, oh no, I'm gonna get territorial, bitch. You ain't going nowhere.
You ain't going nowhere.
You
Where
right
the fuck
here.
you think you going? We got food.
I don't know where you think you going. You hitting weed with your pussy? Like shit. All right, let me get to my topics.
He ain't even intro.
I did. I said this is the Sound
Oh.
Club podcast.
Sound Club?
And wow, conscious reconstruction.
All right, there we go.
I said that the first time, and
Yeah,
then
yeah,
asked you
yeah.
about your
Well,
tattoo journey.
she just
and
called
then
you up.
we got to talking about hidden blunts with pussies.
That's all, folks, for conscious reconstruction.
You know what I want to do?
do?
You know, another thing, getting hair while you smoking a blunt.
That is a nice thing. I've done that before. It's pretty
Yeah,
nice.
it's a amazing. It's a nice vibe.
Okay, but on to the side topic though. So,
Mike's Super Short Show.
my super short show. I used to like that shit.
Me
though.
too. It was the
Fucking
hard.
Disney. I wish that shit was on Disney Plus because I'd watch it. It's only like 5 minutes, but whatever. What did I start with? Okay, so I'm about tired of everyone trying to drop reports on the planet itself. I fuck with the planet. I fuck with Earth. Earth ain't never did nothing to me.
Facts.
So, you know, when y'all try to blame shit on the planet, I feel some type of way. Talking about these carbon emissions coming from volcanic rocks and shit. Once again, we know this. We know the Earth gives off methane, carbon, and all these types of things. That's how we got an atmosphere. That's why we're able to live on this planet. Because the Earth naturally does that. Outside of, you know, its moving core and creates a magnetosphere. But that's irrelevant to what I'm talking about right now.
Right.
And y'all out here, I want to know who paid for this. Matter of fact, it was Washington Post. Fuck them niggas. Talking about some, the Earth gives us natural. Yeah, we know that already. Y'all trying to divert the fact that we do that shit too. We do it 10. I'm not gonna say 10. I'm not even gonna give y'all a times amount because I don't know the top of my head. But I'm pretty sure we give out a lot more carbon than the planet does a year. Methane, all that shit. So y'all saying the planet gives the shit off doesn't really do nothing. I mean, I guess it does something for people that don't know about it. Like, oh, the planet's doing the greenhouse effect. No, we're doing the greenhouse effect. We're burning fucking greenhouse gases. We're burning fucking oil and all that shit. Putting it in our atmosphere, making it hotter on the planet. Our ice caps are melting. And next thing you know, America is going to be from Ohio to fucking Nevada. California going to leave. Y'all don't know that already. But
Why is
if y'all didn't
California
know,
still hanging on?
because California's going to leave. California's going to be Hawaii. I don't know why y'all playing.
Didn't it been say California's supposed to leave?
Because California's
Yeah,
right,
this was a
but
break
California's right
off.
on the fault line.
Yeah,
Don't
they-
talk
they
about
supposed to
California
break.
like that.
I'm not talking
gotta
about
relax.
California in a bad way.
No, her over here
Oh.
talking about why is it still here? I'm from California. Excuse you.
California's right on the fault
Why is
line.
Ohio still here?
Because we're in the middle of the fucking country.
Yeah, thank you. You know, at the outskirts and shit.
You know
We're
what?
talking about Cali leaving forever.
Like I said, the country, if all the ice caps melt, like north and the south melt, we're going to literally be from like
Could we
wherever
get some fucking tornadoes hit this bitch?
Ohio to fucking what's it?
Wreck
Damn.
Ohio.
They don't
Sorry,
hit,
I didn't
don't
mean
shit
to-
hit northern Ohio. It's everything in southern Ohio.
Yeah, none of them bitches can come out with the new weather pattern.
Probably. I mean, shit, when they talk about severe weather, Cleveland's on the list for severe weather.
Exactly.
Because we have because our winters be so fucking crazy that Cleveland's just severe weather. Like when they talk about the most severe weather in the country, Cleveland's there. Because our winters are fucking crazy. We only have like 2 months of summer. We have like a partial fall, spring. Like fall and spring
I
be
was
the
just
same
thinking
damn
about that
season.
shit on the ride here. I was looking at all them trees. I'm like, fuck these trees, man.
That's what I'm saying.
Fucking
Like Cleveland's
forest.
weather is so crazy that like we'll have spring at the beginning of fucking summer. And like once upon a time I thought that like we got to a point in which our seasons were just shifting, and then I realized it was just Cleveland. It was just Ohio. Our seasons are shifting. The rest of the country is just on their normal shit.
Yeah, I'm tired of this bullshit.
Yeah, cause we get like what? Cause like right now it's the middle of December. We're not gonna have real heavy snow for probably like the end to maybe February. February to March to April, we'll have hella snow.
For real, April.
Yeah, like what the fuck are we got snow for in April? That's springtime. That's when the new growth is supposed to happen. Yeah, so I'm gonna need scientists to stop getting these government checks and stop telling us that it's the planet's fault that we have, greenhouse gases and that we're, losing our ice caps and shit.
Scientists are liars and trash.
Yeah, I mean,
because they work for big government and get paid.
Most scientists, they take that check because, being a scientist, you don't really make a lot of money unless you out there discovering shit and finding new things.
Yeah, they said like a lot of our food studies, like somebody paid them and they was like, oh yeah, we're just gonna go with this story.
Yeah,
like the whole thing with like saturated fat or something or cholesterol.
It's like,
that's like fabricated. That's not like true or based on a.
Like when it comes like that's the crazy shit. When it comes to scientists, like you'll have the scientist that's like, yeah, fuck what you talking about. I'm gonna go head forward into this. And those scientists usually get fucked up because those are people that's like, oh, I'm gonna make this AI and I'm gonna keep going because fuck what y'all thinking about. I got this plan. Right. And then you got the scientists like, hey, you got to check. Bet I'm gonna say whatever you want. That's how smoking was because like back in the day when smoking like tobacco and cigarettes first came out, they paid people to be like, oh, these cigarettes are good for you. There's all this other good shit and blah, blah, blah. For the government, like, you know what? Realistically, this shit out here killing us and we got to say something about it.
Facts.
Because, like, tobacco companies used to pay people like, oh, yeah, the Marlboro man. That nigga says fuck. Before he died, he said fuck Marlboro and everything they stand for because they lied to him. And he got cancer and all this shit. So, whatever. Companies, like, scientists will take money. Sometimes they take the check just because, science, depending on what field you're in, you don't make a lot of money. All you're doing is research. And you just doing for the better good of the, whatnot. I got a friend that's, like, in science and whatnot. He's in biology. He's forever looking for a fucking job. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And I want to be a biologist.
Like a one that he wants.
Yeah, the one that he wants. And that's the thing, though. Like, you being in the science field, like, unless you're literally, that's what diverted me from the science field for the most part. Because unless you can get that, grant that check that lets you go out and discover things, you realistically just in a lab doing shit. And that shit's irritating.
Wow.
Yeah, so sometimes we'll take that check. They be like, you giving me how much? $500,000? $500,000? $1 million? To say what? Yeah. Scientifically.
Go ahead and scratch that out real quick.
Yeah, man. What that white? What that white out of?
Right.
Yeah, so scientists be on that bullshit sometimes. So you can't trust it all. I will say that for a fact. Heart transplants. So, I remember this time. DCD.
Like deja vu, ain't it, Marcus?
Right. No, but so
DCD.
they've come up with, the U.S. has come up with a better way of, because like France,
Dick suck dick.
French, I think the French and the.
You look so upset when I said it.
She's like, why?
for a second.
No, he mad because he dealing with text right now. I remember all these conversations.
No, this is fine. They let me build a whole fucking stadium, so I don't care about that.
Yeah, this is all the shit I was going through.
I'm fine with this. I don't
Yeah.
want to play basketball.
I was gonna say they're gonna have you. Sorry, people. They're also gonna have you.
No, they're not.
Pick a place and.
Oh, that's fine. I did that.
Yeah, you set up a
just get
whole
to
squad
watch
and
them?
everything.
I did. Yeah.
Yeah, you making decisions and shit.
Oh.
You're
Yeah.
not the actual player. That's why he was
I'm
mad
an
that he
owner.
was playing.
Like, why am I playing basketball? I run a fucking team,
Okay.
and now I'm on court. What are you talking about?
All right, so basically they've come up with a way to transplant hearts that are past the time limit in which they have.
Transplant.
Or dead hearts.
Transplant.
Essentially, somebody that died, someone could have died like 3 days ago that can take their heart and literally use the
I had a question.
what?
How is this? Are we getting to hearts late?
The thing is
Like the niggas that like say that you can have their heart when they die. Are we getting to them bitches too late?
No.
for
What
to
it
work
is
out, or-
like, okay, so we do heart transplants. There's people, I would think they do like about 300 heart transplants a year.
Mm-hmm.
The thing is like, okay, if somebody dies and they were an organ donor, it's not necessarily that you need that right now or whoever's on the list. Cause like, you know, when you're on a donor list, you're literally on the list.
Right.
So it's like first come, first serve. First come, first serve. So if people are dying and you got people that need hearts and whatnot, like somebody could die in, I guess, I don't know, somewhere across the world.
If you die on a Monday, how
Yeah.
fresh should that heart to be? Is there like a use by date, like Wednesday?
Like realistically, you only have 5 minutes with a heart.
Ugh.
That's why this is so important.
Why can't we just die? Like this shit sounds so nasty to me. I don't
'Cause
want
people-
nobody's
'cause-
heart.
People want to live forever.
Mm-mm.
Ash,
Boo.
look at me.
Just die.
People want to live forever.
Die.
That's why.
Death is so easy. You niggas want the hard way.
Why you niggas don't want to mind y'all business? How about that? How about that? How about the fuck that?
Death is so
You niggas
easy,
can mind y'all
dog.
fucking business.
That's why that's the thing.
Just die.
So like I was saying, like the conspiracy.
Why are you so
theories
worried
and
about them not
whatnot-
wanting to die?
No, I just asked the question. That's my opinion on it. But I don't care if you don't want to die.
But that's why they're doing it, because niggas don't want to die.
That's crazy. That's the easiest shit, nigga. If I could just hit the eject button on this shit sometimes, boop. It's so easy. That's probably why I'm not afraid of it, because it's easy. Living is hard. Dying is easy. I'm sorry, that got real dark. Go ahead.
Yeah.
It's super dark.
All right, so
That
basically,
did come from the LSD trip when I was thinking about like, oh shit. But anyway.
that's why I need to be in a room by myself. Anyways, but so what it is the Stratmedics organ care system.
Mm-hmm.
And basically what it does is it allows to transport heart by pumping blood into it with the donor blood.
Mm-hmm.
Adjusting the pressure and flow and everything. So like it adjusts the heart to the body before it gets in the body, and it keeps the heart warm and alive. It keeps the heart believing that it's pumping and still in a body, so that the heart doesn't just do what our bodies naturally do and deteriorate. You know, when we die, our body's like, hey, wipe all this shit out. Can't nobody have this.
This reminds me of that SpongeBob episode when they had to delete everything. I don't know why, but
But
go
like
ahead.
that was the crazy shit, because when I learned about them, I'm like, damn, maybe we are some like crazy type like program type shit. Because when we die, our brain's like, hey, if you don't do shit within 10 minutes, everything that you ever known in life is gone. Because we start eating the brain just starts eating itself,
Mm-hmm.
and that's the craziest shit in the world to me. It's like our bodies deteriorate. Like anything that dies, it rots and goes away. Our brain's like, oh no, release these chemicals. You can't.
That's it.
Yeah, it's like that's it. Delete all this shit. So it's like, all right. It lets me believe some things, but we ain't gotta talk about it. Well, yeah. So we got organ transplants. It works with the heart. Our heart's one of our the heart is also one of the organs that is least receptive to being transplanted, because the way our bodies work, anything that's foreign, no matter if it's another body part or anything like that, our body automatically attacks it.
Yeah.
That's why like transplants are like give and take sometimes. And everybody that takes transplants, everybody that has a transplant has to take medicine for it. Ugh. So, like, you get kidney transplant, heart transplant, lung transplant, whatever the fuck you get a transplant for, you have to take medicine because your body is constantly like, hey, this ain't supposed to be here. Yeah, it's a lung, a heart, a kidney, but it ain't yours. So we going to fight it and we going to get rid of it. So some people get transplants, the transplants don't take because the body's like, nah.
That's insanity.
This nigga ain't from here. I don't know where you came from. We don't fuck with you. Jump him. That's literally how the body goes. So, like, they be like, oh, yeah, we're going to do transplant. And that's why, like, the whole 3D printing thing is so important. Because if you can take the DNA from somebody and 3D print them an organ, well, then the body just accept the organ as if it was already there instead of versus something for somebody else.
Stop making real organs and get on these machine ones.
I mean,
cyborgs forever.
I told you already. We
Cyborg
gonna have
life.
It's gonna be a repo man in about 20, 30 years.
C4L, nigga. C4L.
They gonna start making fucking
Cyber
body
for
parts,
life.
and they gonna start renting them bitches out.
Don't just drop the mic. Don't be quitting over there, ass.
Like, they gonna start making them. They gonna start renting them out, and people gonna be like, "Oh, I can't pay for this heart no more." Well, here comes the repo man. You thought the repo man was bad taking your fucking car.
I keep forgetting to watch. I rented that. I'm like, who people rent
Ash, watch Repo Man.
And that's you.
Watch Repo Man. Please watch Repo Man.
Side note, you know a movie you gotta watch? Punch Drunk Love. You ever seen that?
No.
You'll love that movie.
Side note,
Sandler.
watch
The Irishman.
That's too long.
Watch The Irishman. That's a
real?
good ass movie.
I don't like gangster movies. I'm sorry. I get really uncomfortable with gangster movies and war movies.
Why do you get uncomfortable with gangster movies?
I don't like the rise and the fall. It's the same thing. I hate that. Like, it really do make me uncomfortable. Like Goodfellas and stuff. I
love Goodfellas. I understand. I get what you're saying.
'cause
Like,
it's always
have you
the
ever watched
same
American
story.
Gangster?
Yes.
Yeah,
But
you
it's
saw how
always
he
the same
raised and
story.
he just fell at the end.
I
Yeah,
can't,
okay, I
for
see
some
what
reason,
you mean.
I can't stomach that. When I was a small kid, like, I used to be scared. Like, yo, everything seemed good. Now it's not. I swear to God. Like,
I bet she was like, no, life got too real.
She was flushing this shit down the toilet. Like,
Yeah.
I remember feeling panic, like, and I really can't get over that feeling. And then the same thing with war movies. Like, I can't watch them being in that type of turmoil.
I've seen a couple.
I had to
war
be in
movies,
war
man.
when I was in, like, a past life. Because I really just don't like that shit. I had to be.
So, side note, watch Perks of Being a Wallflower.
Okay.
That movie made me cry. It's the second movie in the world that ever made me cry.
I don't know why I said all that like that.
There's only two movies that ever made me cry. It was Green Mile and Perks of Being a Wallflower.
Oh, when he died? Yeah, that Green Mile made my father cry. That's the first time I ever seen my dad. I'm like,
I was a little kid. I'm like, it's not fair. He didn't do it.
Hell
He was
yeah.
just trying to help the little girl. He got there too late. He gonna killed him.
Oh,
And then I got
man.
older. I'm like, they'll kill him because she was.
I wish I
because
could
she was
say-
white.
I wish I could say. I wish I could say, like, I cry weekly now at movies. I cried at Punch Drunk Love.
Nah, Perks of Being a Wallflower just reminds me of my life.
Yeah, your team
So I was like-
serious. I heard it's pretty good.
All right, so on to my next topic though. Artificial cells act more like real things, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they've been trying to make proto cells, and all the proto cells they make. Well, let me explain the purpose of the proto cells. Proto cells are supposed to be there to replace, like, supposed to step in for the repair things and help our body, like, you know, stay on our greatest, right? Proto cells would be somewhat like stem cells, I guess, in which they're like a base, but proto cells are artificial cells. Now, before they had the issue, like, yeah, we inject these artificial cells and they don't move. So they just go to where you put them where they're supposed to be, and they just do what they're supposed to do, and they
They're
don't
slaves.
go nowhere. Yeah. But
Tony's
now,
real good for calling out slaves.
All the NFL.
Slaves.
Yeah.
but the way the proto cells they are now, they're developing. It's like they're making them in a way that they can move and travel, so they won't be just useful in one spot. It's like, all right, we put these proto cells in you to fix this, right? But they're only going to stay there because they don't act like real cells because they're not real cells.
Are they designing them to do one specific thing?
They were designed. They couldn't figure out how to make them do anything else than what they were doing.
Okay.
Now they figured out a way to be able to make them move like regular cells. basically what they were trying to do, like you had protocells. Protocells would almost do everything that your natural body cells would do. Mm-hmm. Except they wouldn't move, so they would only be useful in the spot they were put into.
That's why I wonder if they multitask when you put them in that specific area.
No,
but they
now,
can if
now
they move.
they've gotten to a point in which they've developed them in which they can move and they can multitask.
Okay.
So it's like, all right, I put you in to repair this, but now
if I need you in my elbow,
yeah,
you can
go here and work on that. Basically, so like artificial cells, they're trying to make them more realistic, more compatible with our body, in which that they go in and they're able to do what they're supposed to do, and if they need it somewhere else, they can move to those other places like the regular cells in our body would. Now they haven't figured out how to make them regenerate and do the things our bodies do. I don't know if I really want them to regenerate though, because like cancer, right? For example, cancer is the unchecked regeneration of our cells.
Right.
That's how we get those tumor masses and whatnot. The cell just keeps producing. So, like, I don't know how I feel about protocells, though. Because they go to where they're supposed to do, and they move unchecked. Could you, like, possibly create a cancer? Or, like, create something that's not supposed to be there?
Probably. The protocell ain't supposed to be there.
Well, you're right about that also. So, I'm kind of on the fence about that, because I don't know what they really...
Why is it so warm over here? What the fuck? Sorry.
Where does heat coming from?
Yo, like one side of my body. Strange.
It's not the heater?
Nah, that was weird. Anyway, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Side note before I get into like the real things, the government decided since we found a new strain of HIV after the past 19 years that they're gonna start providing the HIV drug for
How convenient.
the uninsured.
That's real convenient.
I know, right?
Thanks, guys.
It's only because y'all finally decided to give us the HIV fucking cures, and y'all had that bitch for like 20 years.
Thanks,
Bitches.
guys.
They had Ebola all the way together in the Congo, and then it got out somehow. Don't even talk about it, because realistically, I feel like somebody just like, hey, Ebola. we ain't making enough money yet.
Hey, y'all trying to get rich real quick? Yeah, what you got in mind?
I mean, there's a whole fucking HIV campaigning company. I want to call them a company. They're like a group, and they're going against the HIV company. What is it, Gilead? Who was like, oh yeah, y'all only stalled on releasing the HIV drug because y'all wanted to make more money. Because they could have released because it was a patent that they were waiting on. And it was like, yeah, y'all took 10 years with this fucking patent so y'all can make more money before y'all release this fucking drug. All right. Realistically, in my mind, y'all done had the cure for HIV for like more than half of my life.
I hate this
About
place.
15 years. About half my life. So,
I hate this place.
you know, money. Money runs everything in this world.
I hate this place. I'm so tired of it. You know you mad at the place when you can look at trees and you be like
I said they had a fucking Ebola virus. They have an Ebola vaccine. So how the fuck is Ebola getting out of the Congo right now? It's like, yeah, we almost had it together and then they escaped. Like it's a fucking lion or tiger or some shit. That nigga was like, oh, y'all not looking? Let me run real quick. Let me run over to Nigeria. Nigga, what?
I have a question, but I also have to pee. So can you pause this, please?
You got it.
It's not like, damn, I wasn't about to ask you about your ex.
No, I just want to know what the question was so I can get some thought behind it.
Oh, okay. Do I ask the question now?
Yeah.
Wait till he said, oh, I didn't know he was back on it.
Yeah, y'all are over here.
I'm like, wait till he said, oh, okay.
Yeah, we always recording.
All right, what's your question, Ash? You got a question for us?
The question was, would y'all live on Earth if it was like your vision of perfect? Would you
No.
still stay here?
No.
No?
Perfect is boring.
That's what I be... Yo, that LSD shit really got me thinking. So the question I asked was, like, where do we go when you die, right? So I'm like, even if you come from a state of perfection, like, you still gonna be bored. Like, how is the universe not, like...
okay, here's my thing, right? I only find it boring because, like, you asking that question, I find it boring because of life experience.
Right.
Like, think about it. If everything just went your way,
You can't grow from that. You can't learn from that. But I also heard somebody say like,
but it wouldn't matter if life always went your way.
that's the conundrum, right?
Yeah.
How would you know that you living in a state of perfection if you never really left it? Number one. Number two. What was the number two?
I mean, show number 2.
Oh, this is where it came from. Like, think about it. Like, when you come, think about it. That's all it is all the time. You in a constant state of orgasm.
Mm.
Like, what would be the point? Like, what would be the point?
And
of
that's
coming
terrible.
out here?
Yeah, like I said,
Like, you would die.
No, there's a person that has that.
I'm talking about, like, constantly. You wouldn't know nothing about it. You wouldn't know, like, this. You wouldn't know, like, I have to get up, I have to eat, I have to survive, I have to figure out how my survival
just
is
being
gonna
in
go.
constant bliss.
Yeah.
That's
But
boring.
then there would be no growth, right? Like, that's the
Yeah,
whole point
no,
of the
you wouldn't
Adam
have-
and Eve story.
You wouldn't have any growth. You wouldn't have any 'cause you're
appreciation
always in
for it.
perfection.
You need this
But
first.
damn, like, why would the fuck would I want to keep coming back here?
But
to
see,
just
no.
keep
If
going
you
through
dive deeper
bullshit
into it, that's
over-
what
But you needed
that's
to
what religion
learn.
is. That's what heaven
Clearly,
is.
you didn't appreciate where you was at, so they sent your ass back, or you sent your ass back.
Yeah,
That's
that's
the
why I'm
thing,
mad
too.
at myself. But think about, okay, like, say you wouldn't have a place like Earth. So what's after Earth? If you say you living in perfection, right? Is there another place? Like, I'm done with Earth. Like, I don't feel like there's
guess-
nothing else here. But where else is there to
I think
explore?
perfection is different for everybody.
You think
Yeah.
so?
Because like what you explained doesn't really sound like perfection. It just sounds like your basic needs being met.
Well, think about it this way,
But
right?
that's only your basic needs compared
Like,
to what we know.
If
But
you
that's-
look at it
down here.
in a sense that, like, okay, a lot of people when they talk about heaven, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's either heaven's just an overall thing for people, or it's your own personal heaven. So, in the sense of what you're talking about, it'd be like your own personal heaven, in which it's just everything that's perfect for you, and that's it, point blank, period. You don't have to deal with issues, problems, no stress, no nothing. It's just whatever your life is. Do you think that would be entertaining all the time? Oh, shit.
No, not at all. That's why I think we like, damn, am I like an explorer? Do I just be like, yeah, I explored Earth until I couldn't get no more Earth? Like, what else is there after this to explore? Because
I
I'm
mean,
so
if I-
curious about stuff.
If I truly felt like I explored all Earth, I might feel like that.
Yeah.
But, like, realistically, for me to be like, oh, yeah, I explored all Earth, I have to scan all of the oceans.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll be like, you know what? Ain't shit down here. I'm bored.
Yeah, it's time to go to the next place. So
I'm
once
going
you
to
get to
space.
that level,
Yeah.
do we go to
I see. I
Neptune?
mean, I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
See,
It's
I don't
like-
think that's the right perspective though, because I feel like that's a very like physical way of looking at it.
Mhm.
It's like I don't think you get to decide when you've learned enough or when you bored with it, because that's still you being in your physical. Like, I'm done with this. No, you not, because if you was, you wouldn't be here.
Right.
True.
So I think it's like you got to figure out. All right, well, I don't want to be here, so let me get to the actual like how I can not be here anymore and get to that next level. Because you just being done with it, you probably been done with it for like the last 8 lives. I don't know, because you don't sound like you fuck
Right.
with like this level of existence.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, well, we get that, but clearly there's something on this level of existence that you got to get.
Not done yet. Yeah, that's accurate.
Maybe it's like an appreciation for this level that you don't have, that you keep getting sent back here for.
No, I appreciate Earth
I don't think it's about Earth.
or this level. I just be like, I guess I'm not stuck in thinking like this place is so beautiful and I appreciate it for what it's for.
I don't think that it's about like thinking it's beautiful. I think it's more about like appreciating the physical realm. Because I don't think that the next level is like mostly physical thing. I think it's more of like an energy and translucent. So I think it's
Yeah,
something about
definitely.
appreciating being in the physical that we have to have. But I don't know, because I don't think it's really about like the earth and its beauty and all of that. Like,
Yeah.
I think this is just like the place that I think this is like a medium.
Yeah.
So
I
it-
definitely agree with you on that.
It's just the place that we are.
Mhm.
And I think it's that physicality, because I feel like this is the medium between where energy is contained inside of a physical thing, and
vessel.
a vessel.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And I think that vessel is sitting here to learn certain appreciations about maybe being pure energy and being physical and seeing the beauty of like both sides of the coin. But I don't know.
That just gave me a thought.
Because
Wouldn't it be
clearly I'm still
crazy,
here
though,
too. So
if it like, okay, so all right, this is about to be wild, right? Y'all gotta stick with me on this. So Scientology, right?
Mm-hmm.
Scientology believes that every one of us is a person possessed or not possessed. Our souls are alien souls that are wiped out by some shit 100,000 years ago. We ain't got nothing to do about. And Scientology is crazy.
I never heard that before. It's crazy.
I'm telling you. Look, Ash, go watch the South Park episode of Scientology. They don't lie. Because, you know, South Park be on wild shit just to make shit look crazy. Mm-hmm. Scientology is so wild that South Park didn't have to do anything crazy. They just told the story of Scientology. It was a whole episode. And people thought that shit was crazy. But anyways, R. Kelly and what's his name was in the closet, but we're not talking about the episode.
R. Kelly and Tom Cruise come on. Wait, no, that was a whole different episode.
No, it was R. Kelly and Tom Cruise.
Really?
No, it's John Travolta. Anyways,
okay.
But anyway, so Scientology believes that every person on Earth is an alien soul from another universe that got, I don't remember, sent here from galactic and then like shit going on. Mm-hmm. And off of what he was talking about, what if that was the thing? What if, like, realistically, we're just passing through a realm and our bodies are vessels for our souls? Or our energy, or whatever you want to call it, whatever you refer to it for. And we're just here as a passing, and it's just, like, us learning a lesson. Or learning to appreciate something that we don't experience.
That's what, I read that in the book. Damn, what the fuck is the name of that book? Sex in the Afterlife or some shit. I don't remember the exact title. But he was saying, like, one can't exist without the other. Spirit can't exist without matter, and matter can't exist without spirit. And that helped me put in perspective, like, to stop looking at, like, oh, being human is so stupid. Right, I mean, but like, you can't discover one without the other.
Yeah, like, you discover a whole physical realm being human. Mm-hmm. If you believe in, like, if you don't take it from a religious aspect, and you believe in energy and spirituality and things in a sense, after we die, all we do is move on to another realm.
Right.
Or we move on to another situation. Our energy never dies. Or hell, if you go to like Buddhism, it's just us being reborn into another body. We're being reincarnated. Mm-hmm. And what we did in our past life determines what we come on to this life. Like, you did some fuck shit, you probably be like a roach or something.
No fucking roach.
I'm not coming back as no roach.
Nah, nigga, if you're a roach, you get to be immortal.
That is
that
true
might
also.
Be a higher
as
level.
long as you're not killed, as long as the nigga don't step on you, you be an African roach. Be like a big ass cockroach. The cockroaches is like cockroaches. When people like, oh yeah, we got roaches. No, roaches are like that big.
I appreciate y'all sales pitch, but nah, I'm not gonna buy.
African cockroaches. Boom.
But no,
there you go.
I'm not gonna buy.
We got a 3-inch roach. Niggas don't know what roaches are until they see an African cockroach.
But how do you evolve? Like, you a whole roach in a human body? That don't make no sense.
And like, it's not about you being a human in a roach body. It's about you learning the experience of you being able to.
That sounds so crazy, and I don't.
But
want
think
no
about
parts
it though.
Of that.
Like, you being like human, right? Opposed to you being a roach. You're a roach. You scurry here for life. You living. You're probably in the wilds, cause I would hope if I'm a roach, I'm an African cockroach.
One of those rare cases when I'm gonna choose to be a human.
Be a human.
But I'm just saying, like, for the experience, like, you know, you experience something different.
I guess.
And it's a different part of life. And, you know, something else. You know,
yeah,
reincarnation.
You never know.
That's reincarnation. You got bad karma, you're reincarnated, you some shit that you don't want to be. That's reincarnation.
That's weird.
Yeah, you can reincarnate as a fucking cow and the Hindus love you forever and they won't ever eat you. You just live till you die.
I ain't coming back as no animal, y'all. I'm letting y'all know this right now. None of that sounds fun.
Or you can live,
you
like reincarnation, you live in multiple lives as a human.
Why not?
Yeah.
That sounds so boring and dumb. I only got one stupid ass thought, which is eat grass and go to sleep. And to move. I don't know.
Wait. Like you forgot the animalistic breed. You gotta breed too. Breeding is not.
I'm gonna tap into my pet's thoughts and see what it's like to be one of those and see if it's lit. I'm just gonna talk to my dog and be like, how is it to be a dog? And they're gonna tell me, well, y'all insult me all day. That sucks. My dog be getting insulted all day. I'm sorry.
I'm mad at you. Assault your dog on that.
I do.
She's like, I do.
I love her, but she's stupid. Is that it? What the fuck just happened?
Y'all was talking
What we're
about.
talking about in science that brought us to that.
I don't fucking know either.
Ash just be asking questions.
That's my.
That's what happened. Ash asked the question. All right. Anyways, on my next subject. You know these birds. These birds out here in America growing.
They're
not
growing or
growing.
getting smaller.
They're getting smaller.
Oh, don't ask me how I know, guys. I just veered into the future.
Yeah, I know. You know.
You know how we do over here.
Future sight.
Yeah.
It'll come back 2 days later. Like, oh, that's what happened, huh? Anyways, Pokemon reference. But, you know, birds are getting smaller in the country and they're blaming it on climate change, which kind of makes sense, but, I mean, not really. Because I don't know what the climate really has to do with birds, in a sense.
Yeah.
Like, I can understand insects, but...
Birds are getting smaller. And?
Look, let me see a fucking bald eagle the size of a sparrow.
Right.
I'm gonna feel someone. Bald eagle that's 3 inches tall. Nigga,
You gonna carry that shit
what?
around?
Nigga, what are you hunting? Let's see a fucking.
Don't touch my fucking bird.
See a fucking sparrow the size of a bee.
Nah,
Nigga,
you gotta.
is that a
carry
bee
around.
or a bird? I don't know what's going on. Get the fuck away from me.
Burby? You be so done with me, and I don't know what I did to you.
But like, what science is really pissing me off is, because I was talking about this earlier, when scientists get paid to say things and do things, it's like now we're at this war, because like you got scientists like, oh yeah, climate change ain't doing shit for people, it ain't doing nothing to it. Then you got scientists like, hey, fuck what them niggas talking about. This shit is happening because of climate change. Our ice caps are melting. Birds are getting smaller. Our planet's getting hotter. Like, these are the things going on. Then you got scientists out here that's getting paid. Like, hey, ain't none of this shit happening. Because, you know, they giving us $3-4 million. Be like, hey, shut the fuck up. You know, we trying to get our money off. We trying to get our bread real quick. You know, y'all already got money, but we ain't got to talk about it.
We need
So,
all
like, the
money
climate
and
change
bread.
argument is, like, back and forth.
Gouda and cheese to make this sandwich.
So, like, I don't know. Did you say Gouda cheese?
Yeah, I was just naming money references.
Like, nigga, you don't even like cheese.
No, I don't. But bunny, cheese, fetty, you know,
This is
all
me a
of
minute
that.
like, how is he naming artisanal cheeses?
You know.
He ain't say American, that basic
he
plastic.
just was saying like really upscale. Okay.
Nigga like, no, Parmesan.
Gorgonzola.
Fucking Asiago.
Munster or Colby or mild cheddar.
Right. Pepper jack.
Havarti. Alright. Y'all ain't drinking no more. Y'all retarded. I'm just playing.
I don't know why y'all let me drink. Anyway.
Y'all retarded. And you don't want to start this
So, also these proto cells,
conversation.
right?
I was like, how did you start this conversation? But we the retarded ones.
I
Wait.
know, I'm sorry.
You started the conversation.
Yeah, like that's what I was like. I'm not gonna let you get that off.
I
I've
know.
been
I
drinking,
say
but
that
I'm-
shit on
I'm
purpose.
not
I do that
gonna-
on purpose. Like, y'all are crazy. I know damn well I'm the chaotic person right now.
Okay.
Hey, what y'all think about this? Y'all is crazy as fuck.
You gonna call us crazy after you ask us a question.
That's what I do,
Damn.
guys.
All right, so proto cells, right? So we out here making these proto cells, which aren't real cells. They're artificial cells that are created by humankind.
I think you already talked about proto cells.
No, I didn't talk about proto cells first.
You talked about it. I promise you, you talked about it.
Yeah, I wasn't fucking
Oh, nuh-uh. He talked about it after, didn't he? He was like, they move. And I was like, no, can they multitask? I didn't ask that the second question around.
You did.
I don't remember.
So these proto cells, right? Like Ash was out here asking questions and shit. No, the original proto cells that they made cannot multitask. They put wherever they are, and they are where they are, and they do what they're supposed to do. Now they're starting to advance with the proto cells, in which the proto cells can multitask.
Yo, you talked about this, I promise.
I didn't.
This is their third time. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah.
take his hand.
Yeah. Anyway, so these proto cells, right?
So y'all listen to
Scientists are getting to the point in which they're starting to develop protocells that can actually move and actually do multitask. multitasking things in which they be put in to help repair this thing, or like your random body part, like to help these bones out or help this heart out or things of the sense, and that's just where they be. Now scientists have gotten to a point in which the enzymes are able to move, so they can multitask, and like they put them in one part of the body and they can move to another part of the body and do what they're supposed to do and repair and help the actual cells do what they're supposed to do, which is regenerate and get your body back together. Basically, what this comes down to is we're finding ways to extend human life.
Always.
Yeah, of course. Give us another 20, 30 years, human life expectancy probably be at like 150. I ain't even gonna lie. Like 150 years. Because you got people out here that live to 100 years just off the strength of their own. You give them help, they pushing 150.
I need some
Point blank
help.
period.
Give me
I
some
don't
help.
mind like having an extended life if it's like normal. Like I think they said just because you think you have to die old that's the only reason why. Like your thoughts kind of control like because you think you could only live past 60 and you start thinking about my time's running out. Compared to where they say like people used to live
there's certain
like 250
situations
years
in
old.
which like you have like older couples, because my great grandparents were like this.
Mm-hmm.
Like they were together for like damn near 50 years.
Mm-hmm.
And when my great grandfather died, he died first. When he died, literally 3 months later, my grandmother died. My great grandmother died. It's like they were together so long that they couldn't live without each other.
I mean that's sad.
Yeah, I know. You was about to do that. Oh, that's
That's
so
soulmate
sad. That's a soulmate thing. But like that's
terrible.
yeah. Like, but
The
there's
mates
animals
of
in
the
the animal
soul.
kingdom that do the same thing though. Like swans mate forever, but if their mate dies, they won't ever mate again. So it's
No
like
more
it's
that
just
swan,
like,
baby. It's so beautiful.
Shut up.
She said it in the voice. She's like, "Shut up."
It's mean. Well, I gotta shut up.
But yeah, like sometimes it's just I can't live without you. The only thing that you got me keep me going is the fact that you're still alive.
Whoa.
Yeah, certain things like some people live like that though. It's like,
Yeah.
hey, I've been with you so goddamn long. You gone? Well, shit. What the fuck is the point of me being here too?
Ain't got no point of being in this building. Get your bitch ass out.
Like, get up out of here.
Go home.
Like, fuck it.
Go
You know,
away.
and I'm gonna leave too. You ain't gonna leave me here by my goddamn self.
Well, you know we both gonna leave.
Right. I'll leave it too. Where the fuck you think you going? Nigga, I'm
That's
coming.
so petty.
I'm on my way.
Where you think you going, bitch? You think you getting astro dick? Wrong.
Right.
I'm gonna be
I'll
right,
be right
there.
there next to you. You thought you were that bitch that you had when you was 19, huh? She was in heaven waiting on you. I can't write for you.
That's
Bitch, get away from my
crazy.
nigga.
I don't know if that's the type of love I want. I'm gonna be real honest with y'all.
I'll be waiting for you in heaven. Watch. It's gonna be you be like 60, 70 years old. Yo, man, he gonna die. For some reason, in relationships, the man always die first. I don't know why women outlive the men in those situations.
Right.
The man die first. I'll see you in 2 months. Girl, I know you can't live without me.
Come on, girl. Come on. That's funny as shit,
I know, right?
but it's awesome. I hope my nigga don't be waiting for me. Like, can you go get some astro pussy and leave me the fuck alone? Time for this shit.
Nah.
Gots to go.
No.
No? You just gonna be waiting there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so to finish off my science, right? So, I was talking about them making artificial things and whatnot, right? So, the captain solved to bring it full circle.
Mm-hmm.
So, they made a blueprint for the lungs, right?
Okay.
In which that they could 3D print lungs from the DNA, pretty much, of the person that needs the lungs or whatnot. Now, my issue with this is, you know what? I don't know if I really have an issue with it. 'Cause I'm a smoker. And that's
That
like,
sounds beneficial,
like,
guys.
yeah, it kind of sounds beneficial to me, but at the same time, it sounds like money. So I don't know if it should be really. But yeah, like they
banking on some new lungs. That's all
yeah,
right, yo.
basically like they made a
Go to
way.
FedEx
They
and print me out some
lung.
lungs.
Basically, what they come down to is the lungs that they created a blueprint for lungs that'll work for the average human body, in which they could 3D print lungs and they could replace your lungs. What I guess is
With your cells?
you said what?
With
That's
your
what I
own
was
Yes,
cells?
yes, they use your own DNA,
'Cause I was gonna say,
so
like,
you don't get that rejection that I was
Yeah.
talking about earlier with the heart.
that's perfect.
And this is your own cells, so realistically, your body won't reject it.
You can start smoking black tar cigarettes, get the blackest lungs, and just go get a new pair.
Pretty much, if you can afford it, nigga, you can go buy you some new lungs. Be like, now I can run fresh, run for 20 minutes straight, without ever thinking I ever smoked a cigarette in my life.
That is still strange to me. I can't get on board with this. I'm sorry.
She ain't never gonna get it. I'm like, oh damn,
None
my
of that
liver
sounds
went bad.
appealing.
Damn, let me rent this. Let me rent this liver.
We rent this liver at
Yeah,
Rent
$350 a month. You can't pay for your liver, nigga. They gonna come get it.
I got bad credit.
You better not need the rental. You better never need a rental on a body part or body organ that you need. Cause when they come repo your body part, they gonna kill you. They gonna come take your heart. You gonna die, and they gonna have a new heart for somebody else later.
Yeah, nah.
They gonna come take your leg. Now you back to being one leg, cause you couldn't pay for your damn leg.
That's just dope. This shit sounds so fucking strange.
Oh man! All right, I'm done with science though. That's all I have for science.
Okay.
Let me. You gonna take my leg?
You just gonna take my leg, huh? You just gonna take my leg? What the fuck?
You gonna put a boot on my leg so I can't drag this bitch?
My leg?
I just gotta be here, huh? I can't pay this
Sorry,
leg off.
ma'am.
Just take this bitch, man. Just take it.
I'm sorry, man.
Just take it. I
You're late on
just
your
grab my
payment.
crutches and hobble it.
That's a dire situation. That's worse than taking away the food stamps.
You thought you can't pay your fucking car note was a bad thing, bitch. You
Nigga,
can't pay your
for
leg note.
You can't pay your leg note, bitch. You can't pay your heart note.
You
You
did.
can't pay
That's your
heart
life.
note this
Fuck
month.
all these other bills. I'm paying my heart note.
Bro, that don't sound like nothing I want. Why would I want that stress on my head? You know how
Hey.
stressful it is going grocery shopping?
Like I
and
said,
budgeting?
the 3D print, man. We can start printing out hearts, lungs, kidneys, everything that you need to survive. You can live forever. You can pay for it. Point blank. Period.
Yeah. That's
I
true.
mean, shit, that's the way it is right now. You can live as long as your body don't give out on you. You can be skin and bones. You got enough money, they gonna go harvest them organs off some little fucking child somewhere.
Did you ever see Carbon? What's the name of that Altered Carbon?
I watched one episode of that. I couldn't get into it.
No.
I know it's about. It's about to do it being his memory, his mind, and everything being transplanted into a new body.
Yeah,
and
that's
then
what
he
I
had to
was
go
just
do
thinking
some
about.
shit they wanted him to
Because
do.
like the government will fund like
Yeah.
the bodies and stuff, so it was like
Uh-huh.
food stamps for bodies.
Pretty much, yeah. They just
And
saved
you
his
would
mind.
get whatever you want. So like, say like if you died and the only body they had available was a 10-year-old girl, you'd be stuck in a 10-year-old girl's body.
That shit made me salty as fuck. Oh, it's like they did that on like American Dad one time. Like the fish, Klaus, his mind is in the body of a goldfish, but he's a human. So one episode they was like, all right, he tricked Stan into letting him get into an actual human body. They put him in some black dude. Nigga was stunting the whole goddamn time. It was the only body we got. We ain't got no other bodies for you. You can put your mind in this black
like
dude and he's gonna rock it. So
That was
yeah,
a
like
dope-ass
that'd be
show.
crazy. You be like, oh, we ain't got no bodies for you.
You gotta be in. Some
We got this
10-year-old
random
white
person
girl.
over here. This, like you said, this 10-year-old girl.
Mommy, like
Yeah, she running around doing CIA
hey,
missions.
bitch.
10-year-old.
This
She can
10-year-old.
slip through everything. She got the mind of a fucking
Imagine a 10-year-old
50-year-old
coming up,
CIA
Hey, nigga,
agent.
give me a pack of Newport 100s. Excuse me,
not even-
Leslie.
Like, you not even mad. You're not 21 yet.
Hey, nigga.
All right, I'm done with science. What you
Hey,
got
nigga.
for us, Tony?
And then she buck up at you too, like, stop fucking playing with me.
Bitch, I've been in love for 60 years. You better give me some fucking cigarettes.
If you don't get the fuck out of here.
All right, yeah, I'm done. I'm good.
Y'all sure?
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay.
60-year-old in the 10-year-old body trying to get cigarettes.
I can go for a fucking Hennessy right now.
Shot a hand.
She won't stop cursing, Dan. I don't know what to do.
I think. Hold on, wait. Oh, I do have something for science.
What's up?
So, there's something called a company called Hyper Stealth that made a cloaking material called Quantum Stealth. And so, you know that little scratchy material that holographic thing pictures are printed on?
Yeah.
So what they did is take 2 of those and stick them together. And then the second version of it is sticking them together and putting water in between it. And like they have like 4 different versions where you can't see what's behind it. The first one's like just kind of blurry, but it still looks like there's nothing behind it.
Right.
And then they're making it so it gets clearer and clearer, or so it can show repeating images.
The things behind it and whatnot.
Yeah, and so they were trying to get the government to work with them, but the government's been making them jump through like hoops for the last 4 years, and they're like, you know what, we're just gonna take it to market.
I believe it because the government, like you talking about it, the government's been working on like cloaking shit or like camo things in a sense in which you will put something over you, you have like clothing on, and it just show what's behind you.
And Quantum Stealth is the company that makes like a lot of like camouflage gear and everything like that.
Right.
They're just like, you know, we're just gonna take this to market and start showing.
I mean, you might as well just go to market with it because the government ain't fucking with you.
Yeah,
so go to market with it.
Yeah, so right now they're trying to make it. They're gonna get more advanced ones where it doesn't leak at the bottom right now with the water and oil and everything like that. Right. But it looked pretty dope when I saw it. Okay. But yeah, that's all I have for science.
I like that though, cause it's a simple fact that it's like company was like, hey, we trying to get the government not fucking with it. All right, bet. So we gonna put it out here. That means we get it a lot more quicker because the government's like, hey, we don't care.
Yeah, I need that.
So it's gonna come straight to market instead of going through the government. And we gotta wait 10 years for them to perfect it and be like, oh yeah, we using this in war. Now y'all can have it. No, fuck that. Give it to us now. On that bullshit.
Yeah. Also, and I guess kind of sciencey, the FBI issued a warning to the public about smart TVs, saying that they're being hacked into and they have actual like voice recognition and a camera on them. And so hackers are just hacking in and just watching people.
That's creepy.
Yep. So
I mean,
the FBI said be careful with that. And
that makes sense. The way our technology is, like, you have things like Google, Alexa, smart TVs, like you just pointed on. Like, it all has access. Everybody has access to the shit that they hear. So you have, like, shit like Google, you have Alexa, and things like that. They actually record that shit.
Yeah, Facebook do it too. And, like, let me get access to your fucking microphone. Yeah, you be like, yeah.
You be talking all types of crazy shit.
And then all the ads come up.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, yeah, it's not a fucking coincidence.
So, like, it's crazy when it comes to shit like that because realistically, they're already doing that. Yeah. And the government's like, hey, watch out for hackers. How about y'all niggas? How about we watch out for y'all? Because y'all niggas already on it. And it was like, hey, watch out for hackers. How about we watch out for what y'all been doing?
We gonna watch out for the ultimate hacker in the game, the FBI.
Right. That nigga had to work hella hard to go listen to me. I'm pretty sure I ain't doing shit important that nigga give a fuck about me. So I'm more worried about y'all because y'all listen to the shit I'm doing. When y'all pop at my door like, hey, what you got? Hey, what you mean what I got? What you been doing? Get up on my shit. Matter of fact, the Google Home that was in my house ain't even in my house. He gave that shit away to somebody else. But yeah, like that shit.
Jalen Rose unplugged his.
I believe it.
And it was like whoever wanted, they can just have it because he's a gadget guy. But as soon as he learned that there was a microphone, he was like, "Yeah, I don't want this."
Yeah, Google records all the shit that it hears from the Google Home.
Yeah,
and they listen to that shit just for like recordings and shit like that.
Oh yeah.
So the Google Home records everything you're saying. So whatever you're talking around the Google Home, it's recording that shit. And once you talk into it and they ask for it, it records that also.
That's why you got to
for
unplug
training
it.
And things like that for the people. And I'm like, and then Google, like, because I'm pretty sure I talked about it like a month or two ago. It's like Google Plus records your shit and they use it for training. Like, hey, hold on. You know what the fuck I be talking about in the privacy of my goddamn home?
Yeah, like smoking
the
blunt
fuck out
with
my
your
business.
Pussy. I don't want you to know that.
Right. Get me caught up in some bullshit because I was just playing.
Telling jokey jokes.
Right, I was just talking shit.
Damn you.
Yeah. God damn you.
I need to get that back on that. Continue.
But yeah. Carmelo. Oh, Gabrielle Union got fired from NBC's America's Got Talent for basically being a good person.
What?
So Jay Leno made a joke about Michael Simon around all these puppies, saying that it looked like a Korean menu.
Wait, say that again?
Michael Simon was around a whole bunch. No.
Puppies.
Michael Simon was in a picture with a whole bunch of puppies, and Jay Leno said it looked like a Korean menu.
Because he's a chef?
Yeah, talking about he was going to eat the dogs. But that's really offensive to all the, Asian people on the show. So
if you don't know who Michael Simon is, he's a Cleveland-born chef.
So Gabrielle Union was like, that's not cool.
Right.
How about we not do that?
Right.
And then she pointed out, I guess one of the people that came on America's Got Talent, they performed like a racist act. Like their song was like just a racist song. And her and another contestant both had issues with that. They were like, how about no to that as well? Mm-hmm. And so they let her go. Wow. Basically saying, and they were upset because she changed her hairstyle too often. Which, if you know black women, they change their hairstyle like every week. Which I don't know why that's an issue. Like, it's hair.
Right. Why do y'all give a fuck about what her hair looks like?
Like, yeah, it don't affect how she does her job. But I just feel like y'all was mad because she started pointing out, like, the racist behavior y'all were having. And y'all were like, if you gonna say stuff, you gotta go. So, yeah. Thought that was wild.
Gabby, I fuck with you. You and D-Wade, I fuck with both of y'all. So, you got it.
Yeah, and I definitely, especially since D-Wade just had to, like, defend his whole family because for Thanksgiving, they took a family photo. And we're not sure if Dwayne Wade's son is gay, but we know he's on the spectrum. Mm-hmm. They all went to Pride. He was in the picture with nails like Ash, dressed to the nines, just and then lead on his dad.
You talking about the son that balls?
No.
Oh, the other. Okay.
Yeah.
I was the one that Bron, because I know he got the son that balls with Bronny all the time. That's the other son. Okay. Yeah. I mean.
And so they were mad at him, the Dwayne Wade, for letting his son basically dress and wear what he wants to wear and like loving his child still.
So like, fuck what? Have y'all heard of wait.
Yeah, like y'all gonna let him do that?
Have y'all seen Magic Jackson's son? Did we forget about Magic Jackson's son?
Oh no, they're not okay with that either.
Okay, all right. Y'all niggas go sit in the corner.
Yeah, no, they don't like it at all.
Care about that shit.
Yeah, no, they were so he put a post like, I've been tasked with basically I've been put in charge of leading this family, and I'm gonna do it the way that I see fit.
Right.
And that means giving my son the love and the space that he needs, and fuck what y'all talk about. Basically, he said it in a much more diplomatic way, but it was basically like swag, suck my dick.
I mean, I feel it. Cause like, why the fuck do y'all care what his son's doing?
Yeah, so that happened over Thanksgiving
for
them.
That shit.
Like, with the whole Thanksgiving thing, like, niggas was real big mad that this nigga had his son with him in the picture. It's like, how y'all mad that he loved his son enough that it don't matter what his sexuality is? Just because your people don't love you enough and you sexually confused and you like, damn, I wish I had somebody that accepted me in life like that. You can't put that on other people. That's crazy.
So I said the old media is a big contradiction. Or people are a big contradiction anyway. Like, y'all claim to be so open-minded. When somebody do some open-minded shit, y'all attack it. I don't understand. That ain't none of my business with how you raise your kid.
Okay, I see what you're saying. I just looked it up. It's like D-Wade on his son Zion being 12, attending gay pride. My job as a father is to support them.
Yeah.
I'm with him.
The end.
His son 12, he know what he about. Shit. Nigga, fuck it.
Yeah.
I'm with you. You gay. I ain't got no issues with you. Live your life. Cause like I said, once again, I'm bringing this back. All the way around to Magic Johnson's son. I don't know why the fuck I want to call him
I saw Michael Jackson's son. He seemed pretty straight.
Magic Johnson's son. That nigga is running a fucking company. About as non-straight as a motherfucking zigzag line. Mm-hmm. But, y'all got y'all issues, y'all got y'all problems, but this nigga's boss moves. So fuck what y'all talking about. Like, if my son gay, fuck it, he gay. Like, I don't have no issues with it. I'm gonna support him. However you want to do it, do your thing. Sexuality is just sexuality. At least in my eyes. But at the same time, like, I got a whole lot of gay family members too, so it's like,
Oh,
it's like
another one bites the dust.
yeah, like my sister, she's lesbian. Like, it doesn't bother me. I don't care. Ain't nobody bother to tell me, but when I found out, I'm like, all right, you got it. Do what your damn thing. I don't care. Get them bitches. We can have a conversation about these hoes.
These hoes crazy. Yeah, bro, you right.
Right.
Damn, that's crazy. You ever had a girl that did such and such? Yeah, here's what you gotta do. That's crazy.
All right, you on to your next.
Okay. Next on my little random list of, random things to talk about. So the Google founders Larry Page and Sergey Brin have decided to step down from the parent company Alphabet, putting Sundar Pichai in charge, who is an Indian-born native.
So the person in control of Google now is Indian-born native. Is what you just told me.
Mm-hmm. And
I didn't know who the fuck controlled Google in the first place.
Sergey.
What is that?
Was it a white lady?
Does that effective in any way?
Huh? Well, Sergey and Larry are the two niggas that created Google.
Right.
And so it's been under their guidance that Google has done all of this.
Mm-hmm.
Like everything Google's done
Been under them.
has been under them.
Right.
And their complete control.
Right.
So it's just interesting to see which direction Google's going to take now that is having a completely new, because they're stepping away. They said that Google is basically now like an adult if you were to look at it in company form.
Yeah.
And so it's time for them as parents to step away and to just kind of be there on the side to give advice, but not necessarily run its every day-to-day life.
Right. I see what you're saying.
And so Sergey's been in charge of Google for like the last 3 or 4 years, I want to say, maybe a little longer.
Mm-hmm.
But he hasn't been in control of Alphabet. And so Alphabet is a company that owns... So Sergey and Brin created a company called Alphabet.
Uh-huh.
And Alphabet owns Google.
Okay.
So you can... So the way that... The reason they did that is because you can make somebody the CEO of Google.
Uh-huh.
And they can control Google. But then you own the Google company, so you can control them still.
Right.
So they still control...
So they still
still
control
own Google.
the Google company.
Yes.
They just don't control Google specifically.
But not anymore. Now
Right.
they're stepping away from controlling any of it. They're
Okay.
placing him in charge of Alphabet.
He's in control of the
Yeah.
whole thing. Okay.
So he'll be in charge of it all now. And they'll just be chairmen on the board. They'll obviously keep their stocks and everything like
Right.
that. And
They just don't run the shit anymore.
Yeah,
pretty
nope.
much.
They'll just stop running. So they'll just have more of an advisory role.
I mean,
fuck them.
well, I just looked
Why
at
fuck
Google's been up for like what 21.
That's so
From
hostile.
what I looked at, Google's been up since '98. So Google's been running 21 years. That means they've been running Google for 21 years.
Yeah.
We do all the Google searches, everything we ever Googled, it's been them.
Yeah.
So now let's see what happens when they not Google.
Yeah. They did the Gmail. They bought...
That was all but 8 years of my life.
What?
It's gonna be more fucking trash.
Alphabet
The internet is so
bought,
corny now. It is.
Not Amazon. Android.
Uh-huh.
And why do you think the internet is corny?
It's not as what it once was. Like, just going through my YouTube sessions, like, you remember when you could Google whatever conspiracy theory you wanted, like the ocean trench, or I don't fucking know, Illuminati.
I mean, like, I feel like
You
you can
would
still
get-
find stuff. I feel
You
like...
can, but it's super hard. Like, all right, I follow,
But you gotta not be on Google anymore. Not Google, but not on
But that's
YouTube.
like the main thing you go to.
But
You gotta
I
be
feel
able to
like
like
once it
discern
gets
the bullshit
popular,
from the actual.
you gotta recognize that anything that gets popular is gonna get watered down because it has to be for the
I agree with
masses.
that.
So I
And
don't
that's
think
why
the
I think it's
internet,
corny.
but I don't think the internet is corny. I just think YouTube
The internet
has
is
become-
Google.
That is not the case. That is, I'm like,
just
I don't
joking,
understand.
But
Like,
it's still like, niggas.
like, cause yeah,
That's a
YouTube,
good portion Like,
It
a lot of
is,
niggas
like,
would just
oh,
go to
because-
Google.
Here,
we
it's
could-
just Google.
What is it? Kata, I think it's called. Let me see.
Niggas is a straight Google shit.
Yeah, like what else do you use? Nobody's
Microsoft,
like, damn,
Microsoft's like,
Bing
hey,
that shit. No
yeah,
one says Bing
I was
that
about to
shit.
say, Microsoft's like, hey, use Bing. They're like,
Yeah, no one's using that shit.
I'm
Let's
still
just
gonna
stop
use
playing
Chrome.
Like Google is not in the fabric of our fucking DNA, and so it's just gone this shit. Like you can't research anything and get
Google
honest
gonna-
truth no more. It's so fucking filtered. So maybe they conscious came up and be like, damn, it's only so much that you can buy me from fucking saying all the time. It's time for me to step away.
I mean, there's been controversy with Google. You search certain things and certain things pop up.
Yeah, like
first
they
before
said that
anything else,
literally
yeah.
if you go to another server, like I think if you on USA servers or whatever, if you go to like Germany servers, it's normal. It won't be so much filtered down. Like even like this to say like I'm Googling flat earth, you'll see 100 fucking reasons why the earth isn't flat instead of 100 reasons why it was, or a mixture of it. And I'm not saying you should go to either or the spectrum, but damn, don't try to tell me it's not first. Can I see some, let me want to see the other side of the story. You won't even get to see that shit no more.
Realistically, the only time I ever used Bing was when I had a Microsoft phone.
Exactly. So Google is in your DNA. When they blueprint your lungs, Google gonna be in that bitch. It's gonna be right here.
Yeah, that Chrome symbol right there.
Yeah,
on
you
your
gonna have a
lungs.
Chrome symbol right there.
Google.
I don't
Let's
think
just
that's
be real.
Google. Then that's more of America. If Google still works the same way in Germany, then it's not Google. It's America. That's a problem.
That's
Yeah,
also a problem.
I'll say that.
That's also an issue too.
But
I was
that's
gonna say,
still
like,
an
'cause-
issue that
but-
they still coincided with.
like,
They could have said like, no,
like,
what
think
the
No,
about
fuck
you
it.
you
can't.
do
Like
with
the
us?
point he's
You
making.
can't say no. You
If you were to go to like China and Google some shit, you'll get completely different
Yeah,
results.
nothing.
than
You would
be
get
over here and
nothing.
Google some. China's like, hey, you can't have this, that, and that, and that.
So I don't think it's Google.
gonna
It's the
give you
country
this.
because
But
I
I
gotta
gotta
abide by
see
your
why they would
rules.
step down because it's not the same no more. Like you said, it is time for you to step away because it's not the same. None of this climate what we in for this internet age is the same from when we first got into
Oh,
this
hell
shit.
no.
they also got
At
subpoenaed
all.
by Congress and just didn't show up.
That's some billionaire shit.
Right.
No, we not coming.
Who was it? Sudan, and I think Larry or Sergey. Either one of them. Well, none of the three showed up.
That's the type of power I'm trying to have.
None of them showed up.
Right.
to
Like
Yeah,
Congress,
I'm not
like, hey,
trying to
show
come to
up.
court
Like,
and
hey,
no
Congress, how about fuck
real
you?
repercussions. Yeah.
I don't care about what you talking about.
Basically,
That's what I would see why it would be time for them to walk away because of the climate change and the internet, like the internet stages, all these rules and regulations. I would see why. But I
mean,
shouldn't have
shit,
said fuck them.
You
for
think
real.
about it, the
I apologize,
90s and the
Sergey.
early 2000s was like the Wild Wild West. It was like us,
What a
like
great
when it
time.
came to the internet, the 90s and the early 2000s was like the Oregon Trail. We was just
Yeah.
out here busting this shit out, trying to figure out what the fuck was going on. YouTube was just born.
Yeah.
Like
The
then
internet is damn sure about to go through a
But-
dark age.
I mean, I don't. Like I said, I don't think it's their fault because they like
I wouldn't say it was their fault. I
Google
spoke too
just got
fast.
fined $170 million
Ooh.
by the FTC for violating child privacy laws. So it's like if they let everything just go and be what it is, then you get crazies out there doing
Crazy shit.
like, hey, this is a kids video, and it starts off the first minute, 2 minutes, it is kids videos, and then it's telling the kids that, hey, what's fun? It's a game to get a knife and slit your mommy's throat. Crazy shit like that.
Oh, that shit that was going on.
Yeah, so,
I
but they
forgot
just
about
got
that.
fined for that, and so now there's this, like, COPA, which is a whole thing where all content creators on YouTube have to either designate their content for children or not for children. Because like things like animation and the world's wow and yeah and things like that are all deemed to, like, if you have those in your titles or talk about those subjects, those are all kids. If you talk about video games, that's for kids. And if your stuff is not meant for kids but is not
Like you can't
labeled
monetize
not for
anything
kids,
right?
you can.
Oh, okay.
It just has to be done in a certain way. You can't
Alright.
basically it has to be like completely child appropriate.
That's what I'm saying. Like that whole monetization thing. I remember YouTube when like they was just talking about it like a week or two ago.
Well, like,
in
yeah,
which it was like the child
Adpocalypse.
content work versus non-child content and things being monetized versus monetized
Yeah.
or not monetized.
Well, you can get monetized with child content or regular content.
Okay.
But with the way things are happening now, it's like our show.
Right.
This isn't for kids.
Not at all.
But when we talk about One Piece and Demon Slayer and
Right.
all that on the other show.
Yeah, that's technically
If we titled it something that was about the anime or something like that, they could find it, and if it wasn't labeled correctly, like not for kids, then we could be fined like $41,000 for each video.
I see what you're saying.
That's not.
Yeah, because I wasn't quite clear on that. Because I remember hearing about it. It was like certain things are monetized, certain things weren't monetized. You do the whole kid thing, it has to be strictly children. It can't be like a partial thing.
Well,
basically.
so basically, the monetization issue is it's easier to get kid-friendly shit monetized.
Right.
Because it's basically, if it's kid-friendly, it's going to be acceptable for a general audience.
Yeah.
If
If
it's
it's kid friendly, everybody can watch it.
But yeah.
Right.
So, since that's the case, and everybody can watch it, then they can sell that to all their advertisers.
Right.
With them marking it as adult content, it gives you less access to advertisement. And so you would technically make less or take potential hits on your views and things like that, because now you're designating all your stuff is for adult.
Yeah, so kids can't, like, it's not like a kid thing. I get what you're saying, because, like, you have things like Baby Shark.
Yeah.
And Baby Shark went fucking crazy, went viral. People, whoever made Baby Shark got money now.
Yeah.
But if it was like Baby Shark and like halfway through the video was some bullshit that was not for kids,
Yeah.
it'd be an issue.
Yeah,
Okay,
or even if it wasn't that, like, let's say we're just talking about Demon Slayer.
Right.
Just Demon Slayer, that's it. And we don't market anyway. And so kids see it and they flag it and it's not child appropriate content.
Right.
We get fined. So we not saying anything crazy. We're not doing anything wild.
Right.
And we didn't make it for kids. It's just an anime or
Right,
a manga that we're
right.
talking about. And
Like, the
so
thing
since
that-
they determined that it was like, oh, this could be for kids, and y'all didn't say it could be for kids, y'all gonna get penalized. Or you have to just say everything is not for kids.
Other thing that made me think about it is because we were watching a video the other day, and I think I don't remember which YouTuber it was. It was Nux.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh, da-da-da-da. Somewhere, like, it was like 15 minutes of video. He was like, this, and this. So now it's not monetized for children.
Yeah.
And then he just went on with the video and was like, da-da-da, it's not for kids. Da-da-da-da. And just continued on.
Yeah,
like,
so that's
okay,
that's what
alright.
it is basically. That you have to like really designate where your stuff is going.
Uh-huh.
And they said that they know certain animation isn't that, but from what it looks like,
They're not.
the Congress got mad at Google, and Google was like, well, we're going to shift this to the content creators because y'all the ones making this shit. So y'all got to deal with this. Which, I mean, some people are mad at Google for that. Like, oh, you're not doing a platform or worried about us. And my thing is like, I get where y'all are coming from.
Right.
Because if y'all weren't there, then
It wouldn't be.
it wouldn't be anything.
Uh-huh.
But then if it wasn't there, y'all wouldn't be anything.
Right.
So this is a very symbiotic relationship.
It really is.
And the government is doing what it's doing. And so I kind of see both sides
like,
of it.
the way it seems like with the internet, like the way it is, like I said, it was like the Wild Wild West.
You all right?
I'm fine.
Okay, you just
I
look
just
at.
don't know what the hell y'all talking about. So I was just like, I'm gonna wait till the next topic.
Oh. Okay, you just
But
was
I'm
rubbing your
not.
wrist like you was in pain.
But like I said, like 90s, early 2000s was Wild Wild West.
Yeah.
And the internet was just whatever the fuck it was. And like now they're trying to crack down on it because like us coming into this age, like especially this generation, like when we were kids, like cell phones weren't a thing.
And so now they're really
Like,
trying
I
to make
didn't-
rules for it.
I had my first fucking cell phone when I was in high school, and I had a flip phone. There was no Androids. I remember his mom got the Razor. I was like, that was one of the first.
Are you rich?
Yeah, I'm like, I wanted that phone forever. It was like one of the first like smartphones.
Yep.
And then iPhone started coming out. So it was like, now you have kids growing up, and it's like right off back. You got a phone.
right off the gate. Can I get the iPhone 11?
No.
Exactly. Shit like that. It's like kids got iPhones. They have instant access to the internet. Even if they parental block, they still have all their shit. And like you were saying, if it's kid content, if it's marked as kid content, the kids still can get into it even if it's parental block, and you get into some bullshit. So I mean, like they're trying to like put laws and regulations and shit on the internet now because it's like a global thing and everyone's connected to everyone. And
It's basically like TV.
essentially,
You don't get to see all the wild shit on TV.
no,
You gotta pay a premium price.
yeah,
for
you
that.
gotta pay for that shit.
You gotta pay the price.
That
for some wild
HBO,
shit.
that Cinemax,
I don't wanna, and no one wants to pay for internet.
Stars.
Pay.
Right.
No one wants to pay
What
extra
business
for
idea?
internet.
You know, we
But
do. We go
anyway.
get a Fire Stick
Gotta pay.
or
Pay
a
to
Cody
see.
box.
Would y'all pay
Broken.
for YouTube Adult
Hmm?
if it allowed you to see everything?
Yeah,
Not
I'd
your
be-
adult, Ash.
Oh,
Ash like,
you goddamn
run
right.
up.
It would be just ebony tags everywhere. Ebony niggas washing cars.
No.
Yeah, for me
I
it
meant
would.
just like being able to see all the stuff that you wanted to see
I'm make all the
originally.
money in the world. Like, I'm gonna make me one day. I'm gonna have me an ebony car wash. There's a whole bunch of cocky niggas washing cars.
Please do. I
She gave-
support
see, she
the
gave me an
funding
idea.
for that.
We gonna
My
make
car
money.
will be forever dirty. It'll just be like, I'll pay for your monthly services and be like, damn, where Tim at?
I'm
Yeah,
gonna get
wow.
3 niggas in every skin tone. You get 3 light skinned niggas, 3 caramel
Boy.
niggas, and 3 dark skinned niggas. And they just gonna wash cars, and I'm gonna make money because all y'all females is gonna run up to it. But yeah, I want to see his chest on my car.
Nah. Nah.
Don't
Y'all
look
are
at
wild.
me.
Y'all-
Fantasize.
Y'all are wild. Y'all are
That sounds great.
That's fine. Y'all are wild. I was talking about just, seeing conspiracy theories, all the normal shit you were talking about. Somehow,
She
We
brought up
got
car
you.
washes and niggas. So all right.
You said
So,
YouTube
back to
adult.
what you was talking
so I'm
about.
trying to see some dick prints. What the fuck? Don't tease me with YouTube adult. Nigga, that sounds great. Regular YouTube.
You said
you
YouTube
cutting
adult.
it.
I actually saw a whole bunch of niggas walking around in sweatpants. Look at her. All right, so what you got next on the list, man?
Is there such thing as liking men too much? I don't think there is. Go ahead.
okay, so Senator Kamala Harris dropped out of the presidential election.
What?
Yep.
Why?
I don't know.
She's a terrible fucking candidate. Fuck her.
Okay.
All right, so let me talk about Kamala Harris. This is what I know about her. She was riding the weed vote. I know that so hard that it ain't even funny.
Mm-hmm.
She was trying to push for that to be like her driving thing. And, she's black, so, black rights and what things and not. So I'm like really confused with why she dropped out of the race. I don't know. Like, I feel like this is the year for women to like trying to.
Kamala Harris was terrible. I think she was responsible for the most like truancy tickets for sending niggas to jail. For
But
that
see,
shit.
that's the thing about Kamala Harris. Like, she ran on to the presidential thing talking about, yeah, I'm a legalized drug, marijuana, this, and that. But then niggas started pulling shit out like, hey, weren't you doing this?
Weren't you doing this?
Weren't
Yeah.
you doing this to
Fuck
black
her.
people?
Yeah,
Weren't you doing that to
trash
black
ass.
people? Wait, hold on. Some more to black people? Like,
Like I said, yeah, she rightfully
yeah,
dropped
niggas was
the
just
fuck
pulling
out.
shit out the pockets like you was just like knocking black people down the whole time. And all of a sudden you want to become president. And,
Oh yeah, I like to smoke weed.
oh yeah, I smoke weed. Bitch, you probably ain't never had weed a day in your life. You're not
Well,
Obama. Get out of here.
I like
Anyway,
to
So
smoke
they
the
said
weed.
that
what was the reason?
one of the reasons was mishandling her campaign funds.
That
It
sounds
says
like something Kamala
that
Harris would do.
I'm
by the
talk
time
about
she
something.
dropped
This is a
out,
personal thing.
she would have had to go into debt to continue her.
Cause wasn't nobody supporting
run.
her. Okay.
She chose the wrong grounds to fight. Basically, she was good when she fought Joe Budden, but she had painted herself into a corner logically to build on the attacks. She would have had to make mandatory busing, which remains deeply unpopular, central to her message. I don't know what that is. Trying to have it both ways on the Medicare for all, wage and front. I don't care about these other ones. Basically, she ran out of money.
Yeah.
Cause she a greedy hoe. The fuck?
Cause she wasn't nobody supporting her for real.
Yeah, fuck her
Like-
and that other dumb. What's the one? Alexandria Cortez. I hope she drop out. Well, never mind. She already got nominated, but I'm glad, like, for the internet, for things like, okay, we can see, like, it's definitely a lot more transparency.
Right. Like, I mean, I don't know. Like, realistically, when it comes to presidential race,
Mm-hmm.
you being a woman is really hard. All right, like you being black was really hard, but the country obviously let that go. You being a woman, ooh, that's rough.
That is very rough.
Did you not see Hillary versus Trump? All right, so you being a woman in the presidential race is going to be really hard, and then you being a black woman on top of that, that's gonna be really rough. Niggas ain't like, it ain't even niggas. The rich white people ain't trying to support you for real. You not buying for nothing they want, so they're not gonna give you money. You going for all the shit that the black people want, which isn't a bad thing. But realistically, you gotta give something to the white people because ain't no black people out here giving you money.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
And if you in the presidential race, you need support because you can't take personal things and whatnot. It has to be like things donated to your campaign. If nobody donating shit to your campaign, well, what you gonna do? Your pockets ain't deep enough for this.
You think like white people not white people, you think people are just in general, whether it be white, black, Latino, whatever, you think they just like programmed to just want to see like a white leader?
No, I don't think that's a thing. Like, I don't think that's a thing.
Mm-hmm.
What I think it is like, now if the question was, would they be programmed to see a man? Yes.
Okay.
Now, like, like, I don't want to say this because they've always been right on everything, but like, I was watching something the other day. I'm not even gonna bring up the show. They said women president 2040, right? I think 2040 a little long. I think we gonna get a woman president before then, but like, I don't know. It's gonna be really hard for a woman to become president before anything else male. That's just how I feel about it. So Kamala Harris dropping out, and I don't know. She just ain't had people weren't supporting her, people weren't backing her. She was playing both sides of the field, which doesn't really help. You can't play both sides.
That's what she was.
You gotta you realistically gotta pick one top thing and stay on that, and then all your other shit can be for everybody else.
Why is she a greedy hoe?
Cause she clearly just threw away people in the fucking community just for money. Like, that right there just lets me know, like, oh, it wasn't really about a personal thing. It was just about how much money can I get in my little office, or however judges run their shit.
Yeah, because Kamala Harris was definitely doing the whole, like, she ran the whole Obama bid. Was like, yeah, I'm all for weed, and like, it kills me
that
that
very profitable.
Like, when people trying to get it, like, yeah, I mean, like, now
didn't have really nothing to do with like, oh, let's see black people win, and it's just having to fill her
it's just,
pockets. And
you're just trying to get the vote.
That across the board.
But that's my thing. Like, it's like this, and that. And I was reading on Kamala because I was paying attention to her when she first started bidding, like going in for the presidential bid. And it's like, well, you're doing this, you're doing that, but you also like you got a lot of shit that's like against everything you're doing.
It just don't match up.
So it don't, like, you flip it on everything you said. Like, this is a modern age. You can't.
There's really nothing that you can do that's not gonna be scrutinized.
Yeah, you can't.
Seen.
Like, you can't be on a scene like, oh yeah, I said this shit 12 years ago. Because guess what? We had internet fucking 12 fucking years ago. So somebody gonna find that shit.
Or even the archives of something you said in 1990. Like, now it's on the internet.
What
and
is Kamala?
She's like, that.
What is Kamala? A senator? Yeah. Of course they gonna know what the fuck you said. You're a fucking senator. They watching everything you saying. So you say some shit 12 years ago. We know. Why? Because we have fucking internet. They've been doing this to celebrities for the last 2 years. Running back their Twitter. Like, oh, yeah, you said this 3 years ago. Nigga, I was a different person 3 years ago, but we ain't got to talk about it. So, Kamala, like, I don't know what to say to you, for real.
Right.
You tried. We'll probably have a gay president.
Cake.
Like, I honestly believe we'll have a gay president before we have a female president.
For real?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, I can't wait to see if that's gonna happen.
They're not gonna come until after they in office.
Yep.
They voice gonna stop being.
And they whole 8 years. Look, they whole 8 years. They're gonna try to impeach them motherfuckers because they get
this nigga designing the fucking Oval Office.
This red, blue, and white, so outdated.
Yeah, like nah.
That's so 1800s.
Some colors in here, y'all.
I'm thinking greens and
all right,
lavender.
let me stop. What's next? I was about to go on a whole thing.
All right.
Check his voice.
So what's next on my list is this nigga Tekashi might get out by December 18th.
Mm-hmm.
The prosecutors just sent a letter in saying that Snitch 9 This bitch ass should get serve no time in prison, and should have time served, counting for all the time that he's been in prison already, and that he should get out.
How long has he been in there? For like a year?
Mm-hmm.
That's it?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the nigga snitched. He snitched his way all his years.
Yeah. You know.
Nigga gave up everybody he could. He gave up niggas that ain't had shit to do with his case.
This shit is crazy
Who
though.
you put in? Jim Jones and who else? It was somebody else that was outside the case that ain't had shit to do with the case.
Trippy Red.
Yeah, Trippy Red. That nigga dragged in Trippy Red and Jim Jones. What the fuck they got to do with your ass getting caught doing all the fuck shit
And
you was
Casanova.
doing? And Casanova.
Yeah.
That's 3 whole rappers that ain't got shit to do with your situation.
Yep.
You dragged them in. You was just snitching on every motherfucking body. Jim Jones? Jim Jones? This nigga been rapping since like early 2000s.
Oh,
You know what?
I
I like Jim Jones,
Late
so I'm gonna stop
90s.
They
talking.
got they plant.
My hand hurts. I hit
He
my
did his
hand doing all
job.
that.
Y'all think he come back to music?
Yeah.
Probably. You got to get rewarded somehow.
You think he's gonna be successful?
With all the
Probably.
trash ass people.
What's he gonna rap about?
He can't rap about shit hard anymore, can he?
Yeah,
He
so
only rap
like,
about how hard it was.
No. See, what y'all missing is Trippy gonna come back. Not Trippy.
Tekashi.
Fucking Tekashi gonna come back and he gonna talk about his jail time and how hard
Yeah,
he
that's what
was
I
in
said.
jail and all this other shit.
Yep.
And all these fuck niggas out here gonna be like, oh yeah, nigga Trippy. He not Trippy.
Tekashi.
Damn. Trippy is Ohio bred. Tekashi. Tekashi gonna be like, oh yeah, Tekashi hard because he went to prison. He survived. Blah blah blah. Y'all
Yeah,
some
the
fuck
dumb niggas.
Fuck
the dumb
y'all.
niggas think that's
Fuck all y'all
valid.
little punk ass niggas. That's been. You know what? I come from a different time. I can't talk about it no more.
It's okay, Marcus.
I can't.
It's okay,
I can't.
Marcus. I'm not this nigga had to quote this nigga.
Like,
so
if you
it's okay,
took this back to the early 2090s, nigga, you did this shit. You come out of jail, somebody gonna shoot you.
Yeah, it's different now.
Yeah, like now
People
you gonna
are
come
just
out
so
of jail.
desensitized in
Like,
general.
oh yeah, they gonna narrow the fact that you snitched on out of jail and the fact that you just went to prison.
Right.
Oh yeah, nigga, I got jail time. I'm hard. You not really, cause nigga, you was in protected services the whole time you was in fucking prison. Couldn't nobody get to you. You wasn't in general population, cause you general population might have fucked you up for talking all the bullshit you be talking.
I think, damn, now that I think about it, I don't know.
And that's the thing that be killing me. A lot of niggas go to jail and don't be in general pop and be talking like they be in general population. You ain't out here in the fucking general population with all these regular ass niggas that went to jail for robbing or shooting somebody. You in here protective services, niggas got you locked up. Nigga, you in solitaire or some wild ass shit. That shit be killing me, man.
I think it'll be something different. I don't know if it's gonna be music, but it'll probably be like a tell-all or something that he gonna get famous for.
Nah, I feel like he gonna slide right back into music because music be on that bullshit too, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like music do be on that bullshit, but
He not gonna get respect from nobody. Like the people
I
that
would
we
say
see giving
the
respect.
fans don't need you
Yeah,
to
like,
really be about it,
That's what I'm saying.
but
that's,
they need to believe.
That's what I'm saying.
They need a suspension of disbelief.
Yeah, that's the whole point of me. Him.
But
going
no,
being
I
in
don't think
prison
it's.
and
I don't
shit.
think it's gonna work. I don't think that his prison shit's gonna work because there's been too many rumors that this nigga like just being real uncomfortable in prison, and like needing to like ask him to get away and immediately leaving where he was at in the middle of the night to be put in a safe location.
Right.
So I feel like all of that is too public for him to come out with that angle, and for even the fans that like just like they don't care where it comes from, they just want to hear hard shit. I don't think that they don't care where it comes from. They just not doing no research into whether you real or not.
That's what I'm saying. Like that's my
But I
whole
think
thing.
once that is proven that you're not real, I don't think that they're gonna want to hear that from you.
I don't know, man. I don't know about them white fans, bro. Like I could guarantee black people. It's just like our culture and the way we are.
I understand what you
I
mean.
feel like we will like, oh no, fuck that
See,
nigga.
but I
He
think
did
the
this,
white
he did
people
that.
only
The
like it
fantasy is over with
because
now.
yeah, because for them it's like living vicariously through
Yeah,
him.
the fantasy is done.
And so I don't think that they can live vicariously through him anymore, and I think that's why they're not gonna enjoy it anymore.
I mean,
Because they can't be like,
Right,
oh yeah,
you
he
have a-
doing
you
this,
have a
he
real
running
good
down
point
on
there.
these niggas,
Right.
and look at what my niggas doing.
'Cause
This is what I'm
even
supporting.
if you look at white people, they're
who he
still
gonna talk
in
shit
the sense
to?
that you're right. He can't talk shit to nobody because if you
Hey,
talk
they
shit to
can't pretend
anybody,
like
they
you
just
hard to
gonna
the
blow
white
down and
dudes
blow
no
your
more.
whole fucking situation up.
Yeah, so
Like nigga, who you really gonna say shit
can't
to
talk
anybody?
shit to nobody, so they can't really like vicariously live through his trolling no more.
You're right. Like he can't. He get look who's going to Trippy. You can't say shit to Trippy now.
Yeah, it's
What
like
the fuck
so.
you really gonna say Trippy Red?
What are you gonna say to anybody? Like my thing is just like, so I don't know what he's gonna do. Like, so I'm kind of interested to see like what happens when you get out. Like,
It's gonna be a tell-all, like, oh, it's a documentary.
No, he.
Back.
I'm
there's
telling
hella documentaries already coming.
Oh, and he's gonna have his own. He's gonna have a book and
you. Yeah,
shit.
he definitely.
He's
He
gonna
like.
get rewarded for this.
You know
He's
who's gonna
gonna
come?
get money from this, but
The FBI is gonna come out with a tell-all.
he just not like it's not gonna.
We
be
know everything that
the
really
way
happened.
We see it happening. Honestly, like I'm telling you, like I feel like he gonna jump in music for just a little bit. It
Oh,
might
I
not
think
be
he's
too
gonna
long.
try music.
Yeah.
I just don't know how successful he's gonna be. I don't think that him not being successful or him. I don't think that my thought process is his.
No,
so
I
I
don't
think
think
that
so
he's
either.
still gonna jump into music. I just don't know how well it's gonna work now that
I don't know. I
I
got
don't
this
have that
weird
fantasy.
feeling that he's still gonna be able to knock this shit out. In
he
music.
might be able to because maybe
Only
if he
because,
maybe if
like-
he transitions to a different genre,
I don't even think it's that because like
Nigga
realistically,
gonna do
I feel
salsa
like
he could.
because you have people like Ack, right?
Yeah.
Remember we was having that whole they was doing that episode about it was Casanova and Ack, and they was having that whole conversation about Tekashi, right?
Yeah.
And how Ack was like, well, what if this and that happened? You wouldn't snitch in?
Well, yeah. There's people
I feel
that
like
are
those
still
people
like
are
that.
the ones that's gonna be on his side. They're still gonna support his shit. Cause
See,
like, well, if that nigga did me dirty, well, of course I'm gonna tell on him.
I think there's still gonna be those people that are on
Yeah.
his side, but I don't think they're gonna want to hear his music if he's saying the same thing.
Right, right.
Because
I
like
mean, yeah,
clearly
I-
you told,
I
so you
think-
can't be.
Yeah, you can't talk all the shit you was talking before. You can't run
Yes,
that
I
gang
don't-
shit.
but-
You can't
so
do
what
none
was
of
he
that.
talk about?
That's a good ass point. I don't know
How hard it was being a snitch.
Oh my god,
how hard it was being
that's
a snitch.
wild.
How
It
hard
was so hard to
telling-
tell on all these niggas.
so fucking hard.
It was so hard.
So hard,
out
nigga.
here for a snitch.
Damn, I had to go through the
No.
screenshots for this one.
But no, I also want to send out a special fuck you to the clout chasing bitch ass nigga Whack 100.
This nigga whack. I need this nigga whack to shut the fuck up.
Like every other day is some negative shit to say about this nigga Nipsey.
I swear.
That's crazy. I talked to Nipsey in my dreams.
You gonna finish and tell us or no?
She like, no, I'm gonna keep that to myself.
You're
That's
just
what
be
happened.
so like tipsy and shit just slide your fucking mouth.
Oh, okay. So that's what happened there. That's fine.
All right. So he was saying about Nip. What did he say about Nipsey this time? Because I don't know what he
Basically, he
actually said.
said
I
he
know
wasn't
be
a
on the
legend.
trash.
He said, we got to be real. Nipsey wasn't a legend. A legend is based off of impact. So, were his sales legendary? No. Was his musical fan base of a legendary size?
No.
No. But was his impact on all of the community and everything like that legendary?
Yes.
Yes. You know what this nigga did that no one else did? Basically stopped the fucking world. You know who else did that? Michael Jackson. You know who else didn't do that? Fucking Prince.
Right.
How about that? How about that for fucking legendary? The world didn't stop when Prince died.
Nope.
But damn near all of the world stopped when fucking Nipsey died. How about that being
Yeah.
fucking legendary?
Nigga, all of California was on froze.
You dick eating
Nigga,
little
they-
bitch.
how
But you
far-
just mad. I hate clout chasing little
How
bitch
far
niggas.
did they travel Nipsey across fucking Cali?
All of it. Like
Yeah, that's what I thought. I'm
he
like,
got a
okay.
nice little parade, and then he filled out the Staples Centers, which is the same type of shit that they did for fucking Michael Jackson when they took this nigga all over the country, and then had a huge funeral service inside of an arena. So
I don't know. I feel like White Guy had a personal issue with Nipsey that he ain't ever resolved. That's what it sounds like. 'Cause, like, nigga, like what do you mean Nipsey was like if you want to talk about his music, you want to talk about that. Like his impact on the community alone was legendary. Like he took his own like Nipsey was one of them niggas that stayed in his hood. Took his own block that he used to hustle on and turned it into his own little situation. It turned it into he flipped the whole thing into something that was positive for the community. What the fuck do you mean he's not legendary? Whack, go sit your ass down in the corner.
I also think that it's weird that
He was like, and Nipsey was on the progress of bringing like all the other niggas like in the hood, like in California. Not to demote anything he was saying, but like Game, how Snoop was, Nipsey was on that same thing in which We're bringing the fucking gangsters together. Like, nigga, Bloods and Crips, stop fighting. Niggas work together. Do your whole damn thing. Let's bring this shit together. But continue.
Yeah,
what
no.
you were about to say?
Shit. What was I gonna say? Whack as a bitch.
Whack as a bitch.
I mean, that's not what I was gonna say, but let me just segue into that.
Get my
right
thoughts
now.
together.
Yeah, let me get my thoughts together while we talk about how Whack is just like a bitch made nigga. Like, you be looking for clout, and that's what it is. I figured it out. This nigga is the game's manager, and the game claims to have all this love for Nipsey. How you let a nigga stand beside you with all this hate?
Right.
Ain't
That's
the
my
game
thing,
the one
like-
that was always doing some questionable like
That's
marketing?
my thing.
Yeah, so that's my thing. Like,
Yeah,
y'all
okay.
both was like some
I love the
fugazi
game
ass
so
niggas
much,
for real.
but he always be doing some wild shit. Like, I fuck with you. I've been fucking with you since you threw whole of
You know what?
G-Unit out
You
the
know what
window.
it
But
is?
you just always saying some wild
Realistically,
shit.
the game just raps really, really well, and that's what we
Yeah.
like. But he is a doof, and he's been a doof for a really long
I
time.
swear.
You just a dumb nigga.
Like, and that's the thing. Maybe that's what it was. This whole time, I've never really paid attention to what Game did.
Yeah, and him as a
I
person.
just always listen to his music.
Yeah, your music is amazing, and
Yeah.
that's like I'm mad that you rap so well because you're just
Be on that trash.
a dumb nigga. Like, I don't like you. I don't like Whack.
Nah, Wack always said some wild shit, man.
Yeah, nah,
I
Wack
don't
can eat a
understand.
dick, though.
I don't even give a fuck about Wack. Like, honestly, I can't even tell you what the fuck Wack 100 look like.
I just wish you would stop
Niggas
talking
just
about
piss me off,
Nipsey.
man.
Like,
Niggas just
Nipsey
shut
was
the
one of my
fuck
favorite
up.
artists. Like, I don't care about who wants to celebrate him, who doesn't want to celebrate him
Right.
now that he's passed. But I would appreciate it if you would shut the fuck up and stop talking down on his name.
Yeah,
That's it.
just leave it
Like,
alone. Let the shit
I'm sure
go.
that you got enemies that have died that you can talk all kinds of shit about. Like, but it didn't seem like y'all had any real tension. It seemed like this nigga Game liked him, and I don't understand why you seem to choose to take such a negative opinion of the man.
Right.
Yeah,
And
that's something I don't get.
You
I
could be
mean,
like, people
literally,
are asking
I
you
just watched
questions.
a game video that had Lambos with fucking Nipsey's face on them.
Yes, that's my thing. It's like,
Like, what the fuck are you doing, Wack?
and
Shut up.
people could be like, oh, well, they just keep asking Whack about Nipsey. You know, there's such thing as no comment.
Right.
Yeah, fact. At
Real
this point,
easy.
just not
Real
talk about
easy.
it.
You could
Just
you
don't
could
say shit.
choose not to talk about it, but you're deciding to. You're like, oh, people are asking me. No, but you're a grown ass man, so you decided to answer.
Right.
When the cops ask you questions, do you answer those motherfuckers?
bet
Treat
you
these niggas
don't.
like the cops. How about that? But yeah, no, fuck
That should
him.
be killing me.
You
And
know.
I'm like, and that's the thing. It's like, it's the same thing. No. Like
Yeah,
you were saying,
being
yeah.
around him, I was
Whack,
like,
shut
oh,
up,
wait.
nigga. Shut the fuck
This
up.
was legit. Such a nice person. I was really surprised because I never thought that he would have came to see me. I'm like, why are you here? To talk to you. Like, why? I could see if you visited Tony, maybe even you. I was like, I don't know much about you. Why are you here?
Nah, I don't need
All
no
right,
business.
Nip.
That might be why you had a dream, because you don't know shit about the nigga.
Probably. That shit was, but he's so nice. But anyway, what's the next topic?
Oh, so I got a question for you since you're a lady. So, I was thinking that the issue between or what frustrates women about men, to me at least, is the lack of or inability that men seem to have to answer and communicate effectively when women question them about shit, like their actions, their behavior. It don't seem that men know how to communicate any of those things effectively to women, which leads y'all to frustration, being pissed off, and things like that. Is that true? Or what do you feel about that?
Yeah.
She said, yeah.
I'm mad it was just yeah.
Yes. My thing is, we don't speak the same, and we don't know how to talk to each other. Y'all say things from a very logical standpoint, and I say things from how I feel. So I can go into 15 million things about how I feel. I'm sad and I'm frustrated and I don't understand this. Y'all just be like, yeah, that was stupid.
Yeah, but not even that. Like, what if I'm more so like, what if a nigga make a decision and then you ask him to explain his decision? I feel like niggas don't have the skills to do that, and that causes a lot of issue for women in situations because they're now frustrated and confused. Like, well, I don't know exactly what's going on, and you not really being the most helpful in explaining what this is.
Realistically, I need you to just ride the ride, and we gonna get there. But you want to ask me all these questions. I don't necessarily know how we gonna get there. But we gonna get there. Stop asking me fucking questions. Just ride the ride.
That's terrible.
It's only frustrating because it's like we didn't feel good about your decision. And that's why we be frustrated. You didn't make me feel good about what the fuck you decided, so
That
I
makes
don't know
sense.
where the fuck we going. You probably sat there and did the whole plan and the shenanigans, and in your head, logically, you moving forward. But realistically, that didn't make me feel very good. So
Yeah,
why
that's
should
what I
I
mean.
go
Like
down
they don't know how to
that
communicate
path?
that effectively. Like even though niggas do good shit or bad shit, like niggas
Mhm.
don't even seem to know how to communicate effectively with the person they supposed to be leading. And I guess I put that on niggas.
Mhm.
Like regardless of if you gonna be the leader, then you need to know how to effectively communicate to your troops.
Yeah, that's true.
And if you can't communicate to your troops, then you're not a good leader.
Nope.
Mhm.
It's not, so that's what I like.
Period.
It's like, yeah, just period. Basically, like
Point
you
blank
need to be the one that knows how to effectively disseminate this information to her, so that way either she's comfortable with it, she understands where you're coming from, or it makes a whole lot of sense, or even if she don't agree with it, she can get on board with it. But if you can't do
sometimes
that,
makes sense, some way of making sense.
yeah, like but you
That
can't
she
do
can
that, then you're not
understand
really a
it.
good leader, I guess. And I think that's what leads to a lot of frustration. Is niggas not taking
Yeah.
a time to like really
can
be a
understand
leader.
that,
Like
though.
they just want to make the decisions, but they don't want
Yeah.
to learn how to like disseminate information.
Because that's a very manly thing though. Because the nigga be like, all right, I'm gonna go do this,
You be like, all right.
and I'm gonna go do it. I'm gonna be like he said. I'm gonna be straight in the process of doing that. And my whole plan could have involved you. I just need you to just work in what I'm doing. Just don't ask questions. Just do it. Like, oh, I need this. No. We gonna get there. We on the way. But when you start asking me questions, I don't know really how to explain it. I just, this is what we doing right now.
So
I'm
I
put this
think,
together. This is the plan.
yes, I think
I'll
that's the
explain the
issue.
plan to you. You be like, I don't sound too viable, but I
Yeah.
need you to just kind of rock with me right here. We got it.
Look, make me feel good about it.
I mean, I
Visualize
guess.
it. I guess
when it
if you
comes
like,
to-
if you had to say like plan A, I don't know, what's a plan that you can just? I'm going to the store, or I feel like we
Okay,
should move
here,
to California
here.
or
we
something.
can use actually our podcast as a plan.
Okay.
Like, okay, so this is my plan, right? So I'm doing this podcast, and we're working towards making it bigger, making it profitable. Now, with you, right? I'm telling you this, right? And assume you're not part of the podcast. You're just,
Well, how y'all gonna make it profitable?
I mean, viewer content.
Yeah. What we gotta do to get more
See,
viewers?
now you asking too many questions. It's just
That's
like,
gonna be the questions
but,
now.
like, I understand. I know that's going to be the questions.
yeah.
But it's like, well, I got to work on it. I got to do this. I got to do that.
I don't know
but
how I feel about
realistically-
you spending more time away from me.
See, those are and now I'm irritated because you asking me all these questions I don't want to answer. You see what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like that was my relationship like 2 years ago. And anyways, shoot those questions, Tony, because I just got irritated.
All right. So now we got like you got irritated. You ready?
I got hella irritated. You
Sure.
Go ahead, boo. What's going on with your podcast?
Now I'm working. We're about to start getting some advertisers next year.
How you gonna get advertisement?
Pay for it.
You gonna pay for it?
Mm-hmm.
Does that mean you gotta spend more time away from me?
That means I have to spend more money on the podcast.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. No, I don't. I'm not an arguer, so I don't know how to like keep that shit going.
No, like, I mean, but I feel like it's most of the questions I get are, "What are you doing with your time?
Mm-hmm.
Why is your time spent like that?" And not necessarily understanding that if you go to work for 8 hours as like a mechanic or something, I understand that I have to put 8 hours into this because this is my work.
Right.
And so conveying that is usually like interesting.
What I think the issue is, most of the time, is like, okay, well, I'm sitting here doing this. I'm putting work into it. I'm not gaining any monetary from it, but I have to put work into it to be able to get to that point.
Mm-hmm.
And me getting to that point, yeah, I'm not pulling the money from it, or I'm not, like, it doesn't seem to you like anything's happening, because, like, realistically, you look at us podcasting, all we're doing is sitting here talking. So to you, it's just us talking and putting it online for people to listen to us. But realistically, it's us pushing, trying to go forward and get this to be something bigger.
My
And to
biggest
move
way
on.
to
It's
explain
like, this
that,
is like first step in our plan to move on to other things.
the way I explain that to a woman is, so you know when you get hired anywhere, you work for basically a month without getting paid.
Right.
It's like that, but think about like I have to figure out where the money is originally coming from,
Right.
so it's gonna take me longer than a month, and so
Mhm.
I can usually get them to understand that you have to put something in before you can, because you're not gonna walk into any job and them hand you a paycheck before you put the work in. So I can at least relate it to that level of communication, and they can understand that. Like you don't necessarily need to understand like what algorithms I'm looking at, or like the fan base, or how I'm really trying to grow all of that. But if you can understand that, all right, he's gonna have to dedicate a certain amount of time to do this, or he's looking at these things. And sure, it's cool if you do know those things and everything, like on a really detailed level. But I think that a lot of the conversations that I have or have had have been centered around like, I guess, the security of the future and their place in it.
That's usually, no offense to women, but that's usually what they're looking for in general. So it's like,
But as long as you can like effectively communicate that
yeah,
to them repeatedly, though,
mm-hmm.
like you have to do it repeatedly. Like
they have to understand that that's a thing that's coming along. Like,
it's not even that they have to understand, because they're never going to understand, because realistically, you don't, and most people don't understand what another job is like.
I would
Like
take
the
it a
real.
little further. It's like, it's when it comes to creative, it's a whole different situation.
And that's what I was going to say. Like,
Yeah.
And then on top of that, like, you might not understand what someone else's job is like, but at least they have the similar hours to you, schedule, shit like that. And then now when you put people who are creatives, where what time is it? It is 1:24 in the morning, and we're doing the show. Sometimes you get questions of, so y'all are still doing a show? Yes.
Yeah.
I'm currently still doing a podcast.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, why so late? Because we're doing it, and it didn't get done, and we started, and there were some stops, and then it's like they think that it's like a one take thing, and that everything is just like boom, you do it and then it's done with. And I guess they look at it more like
a hobby.
I guess like a hobby, but not even like a hobby in a sense. It's like they don't appreciate the level of work it actually takes to do this.
Yeah.
Like they feel like we could all just walk in here, sit down, and just immediately start talking.
That's obviously not the case.
Which,
so
like, if we all just came in here right out the car and sat down and started talking, that would be horrible.
Yeah.
It'd be fucking weird.
Yeah, like, we wouldn't have, like, had time to, like, engage with each other, like, really, like, gel, just fill the room out, just be cool and decompress from the just general day and get ready and mentally in the space of, all right, we're going to be talking, we're going to have conversations, because you got to... People mentally prepare for work.
Yeah.
And so it's what we need to do is like we're getting prepared for work.
Shit, I treat this is just like a job to me.
Yeah.
Like realistically,
I looked at my calendar because I mark it out for Riley so she not confused.
Yeah.
And it's literally just 4 days of me just being gone, like between me and my job. Like I think
that's the thing. Like I'm literally looking for stories all week. When I do my science stories, every day I'm looking through Google News. I'm actually working for this shit. Like I'm looking for stories for my science. When I do Sam's Club, I'm looking for things for Sam's Club. Like when I'm doing like sports and music, I'm looking for things. Like it's not like I'm just out here just not doing things. I'm actually putting in work to this. This is like just like any other job. So like today, right? I work my regular job and then I get off work and I come do this. This is just like a job to me. Like I don't like there's no monetary gain for us yet, but I still treat this like a fucking job. It's just the same thing to me.
Yeah. As far as like being frustrated though, if you don't know, you don't know. Now I'm at a different playing field where I know how men talk.
Yeah.
And I know what y'all down here, like I know what y'all purpose is down here for.
I think men sometimes are uncomfortable saying that they don't know. And then they start to give you answers that don't make no sense. And then y'all start to probe and ask more questions because now y'all are more confused because they saying shit that don't make no sense because they just trying to come up with an answer because they just trying to satisfy and get you to stop talking. And now they frustrated and you frustrated.
Right. We can feel when y'all bullshitting. No matter what y'all say or do. I know when you bullshitting.
I'm sorry I'm bringing this up. But Wale, his expectation songs, that's exactly what the fuck this is about. Like Black Interest song, like you expect me to know things to like answer the questions I'm still trying to figure out.
Ooh.
And it's the same thing. Like it's like you asking me questions, I'm still trying to figure this shit out.
That is a big thing
That is
for
a big
being a
thing.
creative.
Like I'm like in my life right now, currently, I'm trying to figure out what the fuck I'm still trying to do.
Mm-hmm.
I'm damn near 30 years old. And I'm like, fuck I'm gonna do in my life? Where am I going? Like I'm still trying to figure this shit out. And you're like, I bring you into my life. Like we're talking, we're gelling everything together. And I'm still trying to figure shit out. We're realistically, we're trying to figure the shit out together. Like I got a plan. I'm moving this way. But like, if you come in and you try to swerve me a whole nother way, it fucks up the whole situation. It fucks up everything I'm trying to do, and it turns me into a whole nother situation, a whole nother person. If I'm not like that type of person, where I just like meld into what you were doing,
or it slows me down because realistically, if I stop what I'm doing now, any momentum, traction, and all that becomes dead, nil. And then now I have to turn and put new energy, build new steam to do this new thing that we think I'm supposed to be doing because it's what you want me to do.
Right.
And then if we don't work, then I'm probably going to go back to the thing that I wanted to do. And then now I have to rebuild and try and get back to the position that I was at before I even stopped, which is nowhere compared to where I want to be. And so, like for me, like I know the position and the area that I want to be in my life. And I might not know all of the steps to get there, but I know the first couple that I need to take, and so I'm working on those. And when I get to those, I'm sure that other pathways will start to open up, and that's how you got to get there. But it's not gonna all be like, hey, this is the one clear straight route that just gonna get you here. Like that don't make no sense.
Yeah. If I had any advice for women, learn about men. So you don't be that level of frustrated. So you're not that attached to every move and what's this supposed to mean? What is this? Like if I dated somebody that was trying to create something and it hadn't got off the ground of, I'm not gonna ask you too many questions about it only because I understand a man's vision is his first priority. Now that puts me in the position to be like, okay, I'm not about to get 100% attached or worrying about everything you say and what everything you do and what does this mean, da 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 da. Realistically, if you understand where they're coming from and you understand how to communicate, you won't get frustrated. You won't be so mad. You'll be more comfortable with yourself because now you understand them more. And it is what it is. You don't have to be. It's not going to be 100% all the time. I'm not happy all the time when somebody does something that I don't like or it makes me question. It might bring up an insecurity for me, but realistically, it helps me. It's easier now to deal with y'all because I understand y'all more. And if more women just took the time to say, let me learn more about what this man or this masculine energy is doing, they wouldn't be so frustrated. Because now I'm in a whole different playing field where it's like, man, I understand you. I understand how you communicate. I understand like, you need A, B, and C.
That's the thing for dudes, though. Like, it's like a lot of females that a guy talk to and whatnot. It's like, y'all don't how can I put it? Y'all don't like a lot of females don't want to stay down for the cause, I guess. It's like, if you ain't doing this, you ain't doing that, I'm not fucking with you. Right. But realistically, if y'all would have just fuck with that nigga, y'all be wherever the fuck y'all was thinking y'all was gonna be.
I think that it's not that women aren't down for the cause all the time. I think that women don't understand. Say this before you say what you, because
they don't believe in the cause. But continue what you're saying.
I think that women don't understand what real ambition takes.
Right.
And you want a man that's ambitious, but only in the confines of doing things that keeps you comfortable.
Right.
That makes you comfortable and secure. But that's not what ambition looks like.
And it's real funny that you bring that up. I'm not, I don't know shit, but like, it's real funny that you bring that up because it's like, well, yeah.
Yeah, because it's
like that a lot. It's like, well, continue saying what you were saying.
Yeah, because it's like if you go to talk to somebody or talk to your significant other about, all right, these are the things that I got to do, and you're not there all the time. They're uncomfortable because you don't spend a lot of time with them.
Right.
Or all of your excess money is tied up in podcast shit or trying to finance your vision for the future.
Mm-hmm.
And so you don't have the money to kick it and shit like that. So they're frustrated. They're like, oh, you're always spending money on that. And it's never focused over here. I feel like it's them not understanding that that's what ambition looks like.
Right.
I have to do these things. Like, I don't really have an option. If I want to get to the position that I want to be, then I have to. And I don't think people look like that. I think people are inside of their own bubble for the most sense. And I think that, just speaking for women or on women, since that's where I have my experience with, it's like you'll be ambitious, you'll go out, you'll do things, and they'll say that they want that, but they would prefer if you had a stable 9-to-5 job and weekends off, and you just moved up that ladder and y'all were able to.
The usual American.
Yeah, not even the usual American, just what they're most comfortable seeing.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's more security for a woman to know that you have a job and you're secure in that job than you just be out here just being a creative or doing anything like sorts. Because it's like, all right,
But that's not. I mean, I can say that you can be ambitious inside of a workplace.
yeah,
But your
like-
ambitious inside of that workplace can only take you so far as the other persons are willing to recognize your ambition.
See, I looked at it a different way though, because you say ambition inside the workplace. Well, I look at it like how I look at my situation, right? Because I work, I cook all day. I like to cook, but realistically, outside of work, I do so much other shit. It's like
Well, but I think that's still you being a creative and them having an issue with it. I think that then they're still upset with the you being. See, I don't think that it's so much about the stable job as it's about all of the surrounding things about being a creative that don't involve money. It's the time, it's the attention, it's
your
the
point, right?
level.
It's like when I work Sunday through Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
So today's my last day, right? A work day. So tomorrow is realistically my only somewhat semi-free day.
Yeah.
Like it's the only day. Friday is like literally my only day where I could be like, you know what?
I'm not doing anything.
I'm not doing shit. I'm just gonna kick it in the house.
Yeah.
Cause you kicking it Saturday. It's my other off day. I'm doing a meeting for something else we're doing.
Yeah.
The game we're creating.
Yeah.
And then Sunday I'm back to work.
Yeah.
So like realistically, my off days, the way I look at my off days are like work days. So it's like, yeah, I'm working constantly throughout the week. Like it's never a break for me.
But see, and that would, but that's my thing.
And that's where it comes into issue, like what you were talking about,
so-
because it's like, all right, I'm doing my money job, right?
Yeah.
This is what brings me money, but I'm doing the other things on the side. And your issue is with my other things on the side because it cuts into your time, or it cuts into something that you want to do, in which realistically, I'm trying to get up out of what I'm doing. I don't want to do this forever.
Or even, like, take my situation for instance.
Uh-huh.
I have a pretty free and open schedule.
Right.
But all of my work times, weekends, and nights, general times that people who have regular 9-to-5s are free, weekends and nights. So I'm still not available when you want me to be available.
Right.
And I think it's that level of ambition that they don't
That
particularly
also
care
thing,
for.
because it's like, because my last relationship, that was the thing with me, because I was still, we were.
But yeah, if you...
We doing podcasts for how long?
A while.
Damn near 4 or 5 years.
Something like that.
Yeah, like you weren't involved on them, but
Yeah.
I've been podcasting for damn near 5 years.
Yeah.
Because it started for fucking 3 guys in a mic. I've been doing this shit for 5 goddamn years.
Yeah.
So me going into a relationship is like, oh, what you doing this? What you doing that? Like, you got a podcast? Yeah, I got a fucking podcast. Like, this is the fuck I've been doing. I was doing this shit before I was with you. So I'm not going to stop doing it now that I'm with you. So, like, I don't know what your fucking issue is. Like, coming into the situation, you were with me. You saw me doing this as you were coming into the situation. So now it's like we're in the situation. You want me to cut my time?
I mean, it's because I think it's a level of not understanding its importance and not having you there, because I feel like if you worked extra hours at your regular 9 to 5, it wouldn't be an issue.
No. I'm at work. Well,
I think for women, it's trust. Like, y'all saying all that because she don't trust y'all.
I mean,
you
I
give
believe
her
it.
something, like I said, if you work the 9 to 5, she could trust that if she comes across an emergency, you're going to have to maybe, most likely, have the funds to get her out of it. Right now, I don't think no one's in their completed stage yet. Like, later on in life, y'all both gonna be whole different men. And right now, it just don't seem
shit,
plausible.
I'm a whole different nigga than I was 10 years ago.
I'm a whole different bitch than I was yesterday. But it's not in the completed stage. And if a woman can't trust where you are, and if it seems iffy, and I'm kind of not sure, and I'm still kind of, then no woman really gonna trust you to really take care of her. And that's the basis.
I get what you're saying.
I remember when we was talking about the whole money issue and how men should be providers. Really, it's not even about the money. It's how much can I trust you to help when I really need it? How much can I ease into who and what I really am? And I get that you're in an ambitious stage and you're trying to get to the next step. But realistically, if she can't trust it, no matter what you say, if she can't trust it, she's not going to really want to follow you. She's not going to hear nothing you got to say for real. Everything, most things going to be a fight.
But see, I think that when she can't trust it, she should leave.
Yeah.
Yeah, no
And
one's
most
forcing
women,
you to
but
stay.
I feel like most women don't leave. They try
They
and force
don't.
the man into
And
They're
that's
trying
why I
to
go
doing the
back
things
to
that they're most
situation.
comfortable with.
Yeah, that's when I go back to start learning, because it's too much information out here for you to not understand how
Well,
men or
definitely.
yourself
That-
operate.
That situation, I don't never need to be in my life again.
Yeah, like if you can't trust, it won't go anywhere.
Like, because I respect you not. If you don't believe in the vision, that is completely fine.
yeah.
Right.
But don't come here and try and change the vision.
Right.
Because I also don't need that.
No.
I didn't go looking for, hey, who could help me change my vision? That's not what I'm out here
Yeah,
for.
that's retarded.
So
Yeah.
if you don't believe in the vision, you don't agree with the vision, I am completely 100% behind that. But I also need you to leave.
That
Yeah.
also.
But most women are like,
I'm completely about that.
I believe you, but I don't think you should be doing these things. And I dislike, but I think people do that. People will support or pretend like they're supporting under the guise of trying to get you to do something else. Like, oh yeah, I think that's a good idea, but how about you do these things over here? How about I don't?
Mm-hmm.
How about I do the plan that I laid out for you? Now, if you're not comfortable with that, I get that. But I think that men have that same. I think men and women, or people in general, lack a level of self-awareness.
Yeah, you gotta
That
be
it
really
takes.
comfortable with yourself to be like, because one of the guys I dealt with, first he wanted to be a firefighter, then he wanted to own his own business there, then he wanted to do all this. I'm like, yeah, that's cool and all, but it don't really sound like you concrete in what you want your vision to be about. And I'm all about a nigga that's saying, hey, I want this whole thing to be like this, and maybe if those little sub things are different. And once I recognized that his vision was maybe not where I wanted to be, I accepted him for who he was, and I dealt with him at a certain level. Got the ceiling now. That's it. I'm not going to try to change you. I'm not going to try to ask you for no relationship. I'm not going to try to ask you to date me. That's it. That's where we're going to stop at. But that takes trust in myself to say, hey, I'm not going to go past this. And he is who he is by himself. And I'm okay with that. But I'm also not trying to go down that path either. Because I know what I want my life to look like. And his life didn't want to look like what I wanted my life to look like.
I mean,
so
like,
I was like, all right.
See,
we can
Ash,
do it to
if
the same
everybody
thing.
was like that, life would be simpler.
But I
Yeah,
think,
but that comes from starting to understand what are
Yeah.
men really about.
I think that's
right,
how we
right.
start to understand what are people about. I feel like us three have a pretty decent level of self-awareness where we can be like, you know what?
I mean, I feel
I'm
like us
not
three
on
done
my
had the
shit.
experiences to be
I'm-
able to deal with that, though.
Yeah.
But even that, but I feel like we could like be self-critical and be like, you know what? I'm the issue in this situation. I'm
Right.
fucking here. Or I'm doing these things that's causing this problem.
Right.
And so I don't think a lot of people are willing to acknowledge those issues or even capable or understanding how to approach that with themselves.
And at that point,
Yeah,
you gotta
they're
leave
not.
them people alone because I'm
but
not
that's
dealing with
a
nobody.
vast majority of the planet.
Yeah, walk away from them.
Definitely.
Yeah, because I was going to say, like, most people don't have that. And so I feel like
I will walk away.
I don't
Hell,
walk away
Or
from all
not
people.
walk away,
I've been
but
in a
like you
situation.
said, recognize like I'm not dealing with you past.
Girl,
See-
I've been in a fucking situation where I literally told the female, I'm like, hey, if you don't like what I'm about, stop fucking with me. You ain't got to deal with me no more.
Yeah.
You know what she did?
What?
She moved me in.
She moved you in?
Moved me in.
Yeah,
Exactly.
that
So, yeah. I've been in a whole situation where it's like, you don't fuck with me, you ain't got to deal with me. Like, we ain't got to be friends. We ain't got to
At that point, you shouldn't have moved in with it because you already know this ain't about to go nowhere.
I was young and reckless.
Well, I'm saying like
Young
for
and
future
reckless.
reference.
Young and reckless.
My thing is,
Future
like,
reference. I'm not about to be with nobody that I can't envision a future with. I'm not about to do it, and I will cap you off. I
But see,
cap so niggas off at the level.
most people don't even know what they want their future to look like.
That's true.
Yeah.
Also,
Most people don't have a plan. Most people were in high school, said, "Oh, I want to do this." Life hit them, and
They
then
went left.
they settle into a job or whatever makes them the most comfortable now,
yeah.
and they stick with that. Like, Cleveland gave me a real perspective on how people can settle into middle America life. Like, I never really understood what that meant.
Yeah,
but that
until
was
you
because
start seeing it.
Yeah, because I grew up in California, so I've grown up seeing just like other people strive for different things, and even now looking back at that, it's like seeing those different things. Y'all still were in the context of like being inside of like corporate America structure and everything like that. Y'all just had more access to different types of corporate structures, and so now I can see how people can be content with normalcy and just having stability. And I don't have anything wrong with that as long as that's what you really wanted and you're happy with that. Now
Like
the people,
there's a lot of people in the world that's just happy with.
yeah, they
being
go to work,
okay
they like
in
getting their
life.
vacation
Yeah.
time, they like all of that.
Yeah.
But there's those other people who are like, oh no, I was trying to be this and now I'm here. I don't like those people because you clearly don't have self-awareness to recognize that you're the reason that you're here. There's something that you've done along your pathway that put you in this position. Nobody else forced you into this position. And now fucked up shit could have happened to you. But it's also about how you respond to fucked up situations
Yeah.
that get you to where you at.
That's a big thing also though, like, cause like a lot of people like blame their past and whatnot. Man, shit, I used to do it too. I had a fucked up past. Like, they'll blame their past on the reasons they don't move forward. And be like, oh, this is holding me back. I'm dealing with this. I'm dealing with that. Whereas you come from somebody that got a fucked up past. Hey, you really can move forward. You just gotta let that shit go. I know it's hard to let that shit go, but hey, you just gotta let that shit go and push forward. Like, it's not easy, but you gotta do it. Move forward. Like, you get into something you really like, and you just do it. And you be all right in life.
I don't know,
Like,
I think I was like half and half with that.
You said what?
I think I was half and half with that.
Yeah, because some things in life, like for me, for example, all of my younger years, I wanted to be a marine biologist, get into marine biology, and then like halfway through my life, I was like, now I'm a marine biologist. I want to be a herpetologist. I have deep fear of the ocean. I have a fear of deep water.
Funny as
So
shit.
I'm like, you know what? I can't be a marine biologist. I'd be a herpetologist. And I'm like, you know what? Herpetology it's a lot. So where I'm at now, I have a extreme skill for cooking. And I ignored that for the last 10 years. And where the fuck am I at now?
Right back where you started.
Exactly.
The same
So
thing with
you know
the
what?
writing.
I'm like, fuck it.
The same thing with the writing for me, because like I think at first I thought it was just something to help me deal with my teenage angst. And then I stopped when I wasn't inspired anymore. And then it came back on like later in life, like, nah, this is just who you are. You a writer. Like, it's nothing that's ever gonna change this. Whether you become famous or not for it, or you write a book, whatever your circumstances that you think you're not gonna be successful at
You
it.
should see me like
It's who
5,
you
6
are.
years ago. I used to write whole fucking lists, and letters, and poems, and not poems, just like scriptures. If you go look into my like history of my Facebook, you see all the deep shit I used to write on Facebook, telling stories and shit. I had a whole story about spiders and flies. It ain't nothing about niggas and females. That's what the story's about. But it's called Spiders and Flies.
But yeah, going off that, like, bitch don't trust you. She really not gonna follow you or hear anything you got to say.
I mean, I understand that. I get
Yeah.
that though.
It's
I was like,
it's
well,
nothing
if I
we
don't
can
trust
really
what
change.
you doing,
I
I'm just
wish
gonna
I can be like, yeah, let me just, even after just going off
But
face.
like he said, in that situation, if you don't trust it, just leave the situation alone. But a
That
lot
I
of
can
females
agree with.
don't leave the situation like, oh, I can
think
change him, I can
I
switch
can
it, I
change
can
you.
do.
But
yeah.
shit, niggas don't
Bitch,
leave
if
the
you
situation
don't fucking
either.
walk away,
Yeah, you're
even
fact.
the person
That's
ain't
facts
even gotta
too.
be bad.
Whoa.
Niggas will not leave the
Niggas
situation
will fuck
either.
with a chick that they don't really fuck with
Mm-hmm.
and be mad and always complaining about her, but steady have her in his face. My nigga, you clearly have bad decision making skills.
Right.
Yeah,
Maybe.
maybe.
It depends on what's happening, actually.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
I think
more
that
or less.
happens. For women, too, I think it depends on what's really happening. Like, you could be like, this is not necessarily exactly what I wanted, but it's also not negative shit. Like,
Is
shit
that
is
what y'all was talking about with that convenient thing? Like, oh, I'm comfortable calling you my girlfriend because you here. And you
Kind
here all
of.
the time.
kind of like that. It's kind of like that, but more so like, I don't like you,
Mm-hmm.
but I keep dealing with you.
I just thought of the perfect example. There's one chick I talked to, right? I know this bitch was like 3 years. I don't like her for real. Like, in a sense of anything past friendship. But she was always trying to fuck me. I don't want that from you. We cool. We can kick it. We can smoke. We can drink. We do all that shit. I don't want to fuck you. I don't want to do that. We can do everything else. I just don't want to do that. Forever trying to get me. I just
But no,
I got 1 month
But
cap
now-
trying to fucking
No.
like,
but see, not that long situation. It's, I don't want to be with you, but I'm also doing it.
oh, okay.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. I wouldn't do it. Like, I wouldn't.
But no, I think that niggas get into situations where they know that the woman's not as supportive as they need them to be,
Mm-hmm.
and isn't all the things that they need. Yet they are still in that situation. Like, nah, but I still fuck with them, and it's like, but why? It's like, it's comfortable, cause niggas get complacent.
Niggas will be complacent. That's the thing. Niggas will be complacent just like a bitch will be complacent.
Yeah, so I just be like, I don't understand.
You get comfortable in your situation. Like, well, she give me everything I need.
That's
Fuck
a good segue from my part.
Perfect. What is?
I
What
was
you got
debating
for
on
us?
sex and relationships, and I was gonna let y'all figure that out. But we gonna do relationships
Okay.
All right.
since that was it. But do y'all think people people get loyalty and monogamy confused?
Yes.
Cause niggas be on Facebook all the time like, I want a loyal nigga. I'm like, that don't mean he ain't gonna fuck nobody else. Do it.
One, let's start with these bitches on Facebook, right? These bitches on Facebook make me mad. I want a loyal nigga. And then the next thing post out really, if that nigga ain't trying to cheat and fucking other niggas, then he ain't real.
Wait a
Bitch,
second.
Make up your fucking mind.
Part of Facebook.
Like,
are
no.
you
This
on?
was a thing for like 2 years straight. I swear to God.
What?
It's like
The
that nigga
bitches
ain't
was
trying
saying
to.
if he's not trying
Yes,
to
like
cheat,
I swear, to God on my daddy's grave,
then he ain't a real nigga.
that he ain't a real nigga if he ain't trying other bitches. What are you talking about? So you want a nigga that be out here trying to other females?
Why y'all looking
Like,
so hard
no,
for me?
no, because like it's a thing though, because like if you see a nigga that got like hella females around him, right? Well, apparently they want him for a reason, right? So the next female is going to try to hop in there.
Cause these bitches is so lame. I wish I would put myself in a
That's my
competition
thing. Like
against
those are the
another
females
bitch.
I'm talking about. Like, what are y'all doing
What
out
are you
here?
in a
You got five
If I
niggas.
had
You got five bitches around the nigga. What makes you think you gonna be the sixth bitch and you gonna be the one that be like, he be like,
Yeah,
you know
that's
what?
it right there.
That's it right there.
I'm not in
But
competition.
he fucking all 6 of y'all.
I wish I could tell every bitch that come
Fuck you.
across. I wish I would be in competition with another bitch. Like, I don't give a fuck if me and a nigga fucking and he deal with Kayla, he could deal with Mariah,
Look,
he
man.
could deal with Jennifer. What them bitches got to do with
Ash.
Ashley provide for you?
Before I even move on to
That's
anything else,
strange.
exactly what you said. If I'm
Kayla
looking at
could
the
give
bitch,
you the best
and I'm like,
head.
oh yeah, you cute, and I see you walk past
Yeah.
another nigga. All right, what the next bitch on my list?
Like,
I'm not
Kayla
paying
could give
attention
you
to
the
you no
best
more.
head.
Like-
Mariah could be paying your phone bill. They don't provide none that Ashley provide. And always been, even when I was insecure, I never could worry about what another bitch was doing. Because I never feel like I'm in competition with another woman. I've always felt like, not on no arrogant shit, but I'm in a league of my own. I'm not in competition for no man. What do I look like going against you for a dude? That is beyond me.
Side note, I'm that type of nigga that never fight another nigga over a bitch. I'm not gonna fight you over no
approach
female.
You. I will never ask you what you doing. This nigga could
Like,
dick me down the greatest
she
I have
fucking
been
you.
dicked down
She was
in
my
decades.
girl. She fucking you. Well, take that bitch. Y'all get the fuck out the way. I'm done with you. I'm not about to fight you over this bitch.
Yeah, like what?
She
do
yours
I
now,
look
my
like?
nigga.
Like what? What do that man provide to me? Like whatever that dude gives to me is what he gives to me. Ugh.
She like,
I don't get that. When his dick is with me, it's with me. That's all I give a fuck about. He could go fuck the whole entire pageant. I don't care. Whatever you doing with another bitch ain't got nothing to do with me. So you being in competition and seeing a whole bunch of females around one nigga or thinking that he cheating somehow makes him less than a man. You weird. You don't see the blessing in disguise that he just wants you. You weird as fuck.
I think that has to do with women's forcing their perception of what masculinity looks like onto men.
And we don't even know what that shit look like.
And I feel like women be like, but I think that women are like, oh, all niggas cheat, and so if you're not cheating, somebody got to be wrong with you.
Ugh.
No, I could just be a cool nigga.
On Facebook, I see.
Like I'm not a
That's
cheat.
what we talking
I'm
about.
just a cool nigga. How about that?
Yeah, like I would think you was a unicorn. Like you never. I was
And
like,
that's the
I
thing,
gotta
though,
see what
like,
this about.
It's crazy because exactly what you just said. It's like, yeah, I don't do none of that fuck shit.
Mm-hmm.
But like, if I'm not doing that shit, you think I'm weird.
That's strange.
If I'm not out here flirting with other bitches, I'm not out cheating on you. I'm not a real nigga because I'm not pulling other bitches. Like I've seen that too.
Okay.
It's like, oh yeah, I'm with you, but these other hoes don't want me, so it's like, oh, I'm a lame nigga. What? You ever think I'm not entertaining these hoes? Like,
right, like what? That would
This
show
bitch-
you like, damn, like these bitches don't matter. They don't validate me.
right?
Bitches don't understand confidence. You don't need 15 women validating who you are, or you don't need 15 men validating who you are. And you see that as an issue.
I can tell you right now, right?
I would never.
I got about 4, 5, 4 or 5. Constantly, like looking at me. Like you ever? I'm sitting in the chair, right? I purposely sit on the side of the table. I sit on the chair, right? I purposely sit on the side of the table where I can look directly at you. You know how hard it is just not to look at people?
Right.
Just trying not to, like, constantly. That's what I'm dealing with. And I'm like, you know how awkward that is? Not to be able to look in your natural direction because motherfuckers are just staring at you?
That is strange.
That shit, it, like, I'm going to go back into my corner over here with my hair.
So
Nah.
what is being loyal? You niggas never answer.
Being loyal is me not.
Monogamy is inside of loyalty.
Yeah.
It's like a subsection.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah. Like
I don't know. I feel like loyalty depends on the definition of the person.
You think so?
Yeah. Because people have different versions of loyalty. Definitely.
I don't think you have to be monogamous towards me if you're loyal towards me. Because I feel like.
I guess it depends on what type of. If you're loyal to me in a relationship, then I would like you to be monogamous. Because then, why are we in a relationship?
That's true. I'm not saying like, oh, you could fuck anybody if you're in a relationship with me. But I also feel like, dang, like, how would I feel? Well, I never experienced this before, so I guess I'm just going off of base what's in my head. But I feel like, dang, if you feel like you met somebody that for real had your heart and you had theirs and there's no way, I feel like monogamy would be the obvious choice. But I also understand that if somebody gonna cheat, they gonna do it, and it's not it's out of my control, I guess. And I don't put too much clout in that. I would just hope that my partner, if he do decide to sleep with somebody else, is this person that you sleeping with elevating your life in some way?
My thing is, I have
Probably
faith
not.
in you. Like, when it comes to relationships, I have faith in you till you give me a reason not to have faith in you.
Yeah.
That's my whole situation. Like, I'm gonna trust you off the bat because we fresh and whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
The first reason you give me like a sign, anything, I'm like hella perceptual. I pay attention to everything going on. There's not too much shit you could slide by me and just be like, whatever.
Right.
So like, if you give me that sign, that clue, that hint, anything, now I'm on your shit. I'm paying attention to you. See what the fuck you doing.
Yeah, I give everybody the clean slate too at first.
Yeah, you get a clean slate with me.
Because there's no reason
I
to
don't,
go
like-
into it. You mean like?
Yeah, I don't go into a relationship not trusting you.
Yeah, that's weird.
Like, I go in a relationship trusting you. You give me the reason not to trust you, and now we got an issue.
Right.
Yeah, now you done spark my curiosity. You don't spark my curiosity because I'm a very curious person. I'm gonna find what the fuck I'm looking for, and that's just me in general. I can't talk for other people.
Mm-hmm.
If you spark my curiosity, now I'm gonna look for it. Don't spark my curiosity. You don't give me a reason to look for it. I'm not gonna look for it.
I guess now that I'm thinking about it, if you think somebody's loyal, do you think that like, if you didn't give them no reason, like say this nigga could be a dog, but he really good at hiding it, do you still think that your view on what loyalty is, because I don't have no evidence that you wasn't loyal,
I
I'm
mean,
still thinking
realistically,
that you're
your
loyal?
perception of loyalty is still the same because you
Yeah.
have nothing to change your perception.
Yeah,
I mean, it's like life is perception. If you don't see it, it's not happening in your mind. Like, it could be everyone else, and we're like, hey, this nigga doing this, and that. I don't know what y'all talking about. I don't see it.
Right.
That nigga, he motherfucking perfect to me, so I don't know what the fuck y'all talking about. Y'all can go sit in the corner, because my nigga's A1. Your perception is your life.
I guess for me, monogamy has to be a part of loyalty in a relationship
Mm-hmm.
because I look at my women as my sanctuary. And so if you've now given yourself to somebody else, you can no longer be my sanctuary. Like,
That's understandable.
I won't call you community sanctuary, but you're not an exclusive sanctuary. There's other niggas that can get a membership. And that doesn't make me comfortable with bearing my whole self to you if you looking to get that same energy from multiple sources. Like, I don't want to entangle my energy with all these sources that you've decided are acceptable. And so
That's understandable also.
so I'd rather just not. So that's my thing. Like, but I don't think that because you cheat, you're inherently disloyal. I don't think it's a disloyal act
Mm-mm.
Okay.
in itself. But I also feel like once you've committed that act, I can no longer see you as loyal. Because I feel like you can be accidentally disloyal. Like, being disloyal doesn't necessarily have to always be like, oh, I'm out to do this to fuck them over and shit like that.
Right, some
No.
accidental shit could happen.
Sometimes you could be out to do what's best for you, and what's best for you might not be the best thing for me or the best thing for us. And so I feel like if it's not the best thing for us, then it's disloyal. It doesn't have to be the best thing for me, because then that's you just sacrificing yourself for me. That's not loyalty. That's some type of like weird worship, and I don't need that either.
Right.
Yeah, like, off of what he's saying, don't ever put yourself in a bad situation for me. Like, I don't want, like,
Yeah, I'm
the
not
way
looking for
the
that.
way I'm set up in life, the way my life is going, you put yourself in a bad situation for me, you gonna make me feel bad. I don't need that in my life.
Yeah, no.
I don't know. I really don't. Like, if my situation doesn't match up with your situation, go about your situation. Let me go about my situation. Maybe we'll come back together later on in years. Maybe not. That's a chance we have to take. But don't fuck yourself up because of me, because at the end of the day, you just going to regret that shit. And you going to take all the anger out on me, and I don't need all those. I don't need that
That'd be
shit.
the worst. Like, don't put
Yeah.
yourself in a bad position because of me.
If you got a bad situation, get your shit together, man. Live your life. I'm never trying to hold you back from what you trying to do.
Yeah, no. And so I agree with that. Like, I don't want to hold people back. I feel like if you make decisions that are best for you, that's fine. But clearly, you've now prioritized yourself over us.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not looking for that in a relationship. And so that doesn't scream loyalty to me. Because you're loyal to yourself. Excuse me. To yourself first. And while I get that, you always got to put self first in most situations. And when you decide to get, if and when you decide to get in a relationship with somebody, y'all got to start looking at putting each,
Yeah,
the
it's
unit
like us
first.
first.
all right, how do we get to the next level? Not
Right.
how do I get to this? And we're like, well, I made this decision, and so this is what we doing now. And it's like, no, I kind of need us to be on the same page.
Mm-hmm.
And it don't always got to be the page that I want to be on, but it's got to be the page that we've agreed to be on.
Right.
And so as long as it can be that, then I'm cool. But because you can do other things that are like beneficial for you, that's good. You can go to school because that's you going to get a new education. While that's not inherently beneficial for us, that's ultimately going to be beneficial for us.
Right.
You being smarter, you getting better education, you knowing more is going to benefit us. So you doing things that are positive for yourself, I'm 100% behind. So it's not like, oh, you can't do shit that's only going to be like a direct benefit for you.
Yeah,
but
I'm
you
like,
gotta not be doing shit that's like a detriment to me and a
Right.
benefit to you. Like, hey, I'm gonna go take out this loan in your name,
no.
or I'm about to go move to this part of the country, and I know you can't leave right now, but we need to still be married. But I'm about to be out here, and I need you to send me money.
Oh no.
No,
That's dead.
That's
That's
not
dead
gonna
as
work for
fuck.
me. Like that's selfish.
Yeah. Like like it's been a couple situations I've been in where it's like I might not be in the best position, but you were in a position to move forward. And when you were in that position to move forward, you were questioning it. I'm sitting here like, hey, go. Like I can be in the shittiest situation in the world, and you're in a good. Because I'm always going to push you forward, no matter what situation I'm in. Like one girl I was talking to, she wanted to get her master's. She was questioning, go get that shit. Go ahead. I got you. Whatever you need, I got you. Go get your master's. You got it. I'm not going to stop you. I want you to do it. Not for me, but for you. Because that's what you want. There's another girl, she was going to get her fucking STNA. Go do that shit. You want to help studying? I'm not retarded when it comes to biology and health. I know about that shit. I can help you study. Go do that shit. Ask me questions. I'll help you. I'm going to put you. But at the same time, when I decide to go do that thing or do that step, take that step, I expect you to be like, hey, you got it. Go ahead. Take that step. Do what you need to do. Realistically, it's never like that most of the time.
What? It sounds like loyalty looks like equality to me. Equality and not letting other people put their dick in you. Yeah. Realistically, that's what it sounds like we want. We want to be treated fairly, and maybe like, cause I get that you might cheat, and for me that's a hard line. But I also understand how that's not necessarily a hard line for other people, especially women.
Yeah.
And not to say that women should understand niggas are cheating.
Nah.
Not in that sense, but I understand that women have enough common sense and a logical bandwidth to understand that, hey, niggas are kind of dumb when it comes to pussy.
Yeah.
Facts.
I understand that y'all don't have a monogamous mind, but
Nope.
I'm not looking for the man that like, oh, I'll never just be that way. I want the nigga that's self-disciplined, but like, pussy ain't really everything.
Yeah,
It's
like, you
not
wanna-
really, I don't want that nigga.
Like, you
And
don't
I'm
want
not
the nigga
saying,
that wants to be like, oh yeah, I can't be.
I can't. What the fuck
Yeah.
I'm gonna do? I understand
No,
you
you
gonna
want
think
the
about
nigga
it.
that is like, nah, pussy's not everything, and I'm focused.
Yeah, I'm
but you
focused
also
on this.
understand that
He
if
gon-
he slip up,
yeah.
I can recognize that he's made a mistake, an error in judgment, and he's not this nigga
And
that's
he's gonna
like,
prove
hey,
to me that I made a
I'm
fucked
dicking
up
down
ass
the street.
mistake.
Right.
Yeah, like it was just this.
Like, look, I
And
was
I can get past that.
fucked
if
beyond
I'm on
all
that level
religious,
with
yeah.
that man.
yeah, and that's the woman's
That was a
decision, and I think
legit
that's a
mistake.
person's decision. I just know me personally, the way my mind works, I'm not gonna get past it because I don't forget anything,
Yeah.
and
It's
I-
a whole
it'll-
different ballgame with niggas.
it'll pop back up in my head.
Yeah, I
and
never
I'm
forget
mad.
that shit.
Now I'm mad
Right.
at you again.
And the whole thing is,
And I'm mad because I thought about it, and I know I shouldn't be mad because we got past it and we already talked. But now, fuck it, I'm mad already. Fuck that shit. Fuck this shit. I'm mad.
just like he's saying, like, and the sad part is, like, my mind, when it comes to shit like that, my mind works like a female. I'm never gonna forget the shit. It's always gonna be there. And as soon as you pop off on me, what about the time you fucked that other nigga?
Yeah.
That's the first thing that come out my mouth. I'm sorry. Like, I can't help it. That's the first thing that's gonna pop off. Just shut up
That's why I
talking to
don't
me.
cheat, 'cause that
Exactly
shit
my
be
point. Like, as
it's
far
too
as you
much
come
work.
at me
That
on
sound
some
like a
side word
part-time
shit,
job to cheat.
you did this. You bitch.
It's not like a part-time job to cheat with a nigga. I gotta erase messages. I gotta lie like that. I'm too lazy.
I'm too lazy for that shit.
Lazy
You know.
to cheat. Nah, you right. Nah, I wouldn't fucking nobody for real. Because realistically, I'd rather just sit here and rub my pussy and go to bed. It's a lot easier to do that.
Like I
To
feel
just
like
go out and be like, yeah, come on, let's
when a
hide.
woman cheat, it's not about sex. It's about her seeking that security that she's not getting from where she's at.
Yeah,
Right.
that's definitely all.
But
that
I
ever
also
is.
think that women should leave during that moment. But I don't think women know that that's why they're cheating.
Yeah, they usually don't.
They're just like, I don't like this nigga. I'm about to go out and fuck this nigga. Clearly, the nigga that you're fucking is the nigga that you see the qualities that you would like it. Not all the qualities that you want, just the ones that he's missing.
just the ones that make it that are important to
but
you.
they make you feel good right
Yeah.
now.
Right.
You should leave, but we not gonna talk about that. Because a nigga cheating is because there was an open vagina and
She ain't telling
well,
me
my
no.
dick was hard and you know what?
Fuck it.
I didn't mean to.
You gonna let me slide in?
I was
Oh,
halfway
shit.
drunk and she was chilling and dancing
She
and,
was
Right.
there.
and she put her hand on my pants and
I wasn't in the
just-
right mind state.
Yeah. But
I'm
a
telling
chick,
you.
she cheating because this situation doesn't make me comfortable.
This nigga made you feel real good about yourself.
The fucked up shit is when women don't know that the situation was making them uncomfortable. Like the nigga's not doing anything, but they still have issues and they're not comfortable. That's probably the worst relationships to be in.
It
Because y'all are
definitely is.
always fighting and you don't understand what the problem is as the guy. Or I'm not sure if it happens in a woman's relationship where the woman or the man isn't comfortable with what's going on, but they don't recognize that it's them not being comfortable with what's going on. So they just stay in it, but still just like struggle and fight.
I was
against
saying,
Yeah, that
something.
was me.
I don't think
mad
guys
because that
really,
was
like
me.
here, hold on. I don't think guys really deal with that as much.
I'm mad that Ash said that was her. It
Yeah,
just
that
broke
was
out laughing.
definitely me, bro. I did not know why would stay for so long. Like partially because I thought commitment was you stay with the nigga that's giving you problems. 'Cause
I mean,
your love will
if you
get
talk to a lot of
through.
old people,
They will tell you.
they
that.
be like, "Yeah, I
My
dealt with that
parents was like
motherfucker.
that.
I
And
just
this
did
is
this
no-
or I
I
did that
take-
or da 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 da." But they dealt with that
take
nigga for
full
30 fucking years.
responsibility that I
Yeah.
stayed because I chose to stay. When it came to the decisions, when it was time for me to
I
go,
thought about that left that
Ashley
nigga after our
definitely
kids was
decided
grown.
to
Right?
Yeah, but watching, you be like, nah, I should stay because that's what you do, right? When you married, no, Ashley should have.
Till death do us part, right? No, that's not a
I
thing no
definitely.
more.
Why do I don't like this nigga, but why am I still here?
Right.
Then that's when the dick downs came. I'm like, oh, I remember.
Yeah, but then that's my thing. It's like women won't have any clue why they not comfortable and why they don't like this relationship, but they know I don't like this shit, and I'm mad about everything that's happening.
Yeah.
But I don't know that realistically, I'm just not comfortable with the decisions that you're making, and I should leave.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It took.
I'm a fight and trying to get you to do the shit that I think we need to be doing. Cause fuck this, I don't know what's happening, but we got to change it. You should just leave. You clearly don't like what's happening right now.
Right.
You don't feel good in this situation.
Yeah, if
and
you
should
don't,
leave.
for me, it was like I didn't trust myself to say, "Hey, I can find something better. I can do way better than what I'm doing now."
Look, hold on. Let me give you a whole situation. I yelled at somebody. Like, y'all know me. I'm not an aggressive person. I don't yell. I don't really.
Can't find no better than this.
You said what?
Ain't no better than
Oh, okay.
me.
All right. I don't know what he mumbling. Right?
I'm
yeah, I
mumbling.
heard him mumbling like,
Yeah, I just.
She talking about, hey, she gonna talk about you gonna always find you something better. Ain't no better than me. Bitch, you leave me, you downgraded.
Like,
Now
bitch,
you
you
might
just-
like your downgrade. You might not want the premium cable package anymore. You might want basic cable. That might
Right.
make you
Go
the
from
most
the
comfortable.
Galaxy Set 10 to the
Right, you don't want the
Galaxy
movie.
Yeah.
You don't want the
Fall in
movie
love with
channels
that
more. You want that
Galaxy 7.
basic.
Yeah, you might not want to go to the IMAX anymore. You might want to just go to Richmond Square and shit and go see your movies. You know, so that might be your vibe. And
I'm
I
not going to
understand, but
Harvard.
just
I'm
let you
going to
know
Richmond.
That there is not doing better than me. That's not a thing. Oh, what the fuck? Shit.
I forgot what the fuck I was about to say now.
I
Not an
apologize.
aggressive person.
Oh, yeah,
I
yeah.
apologize.
Okay, I remember now. I'm not an aggressive person. I don't yell at people. This girl took me so far that I was actually yelling. Like, I'm not even loud when I talk. I was yelling. When I yell, I got a high-pitched voice.
I remember when he used to be loud.
Yeah.
He used to be what?
Always yelling. Every day I
Always
come
yelling?
pick this nigga up for the show.
That's not even what I'm talking about. That's the sad
I
part.
know. I know.
It's just like,
Oh, when he was with his that old girl.
Yeah.
yeah,
okay.
nah, I'm talking about the one. I'm talking about the one before that. Like,
Oh,
it's
okay.
just Like, if we got to a point in which I'm like, hey, you don't fuck with me like that, so leave me the fuck alone. What the fuck is this? Why you want to go out to eat and shit? Why you want to go do this? Why you want to go? Leave me the fuck alone. But you know what she said? Oh, I like you. You made me comfortable. Nah, 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 nah. I couldn't really get away from the situation because I lived with her.
A woman will stay so long if she comfortable.
No. This is a crazy.
And ain't shit happening. And you not making no progress, but she comfortable. She right there. She sitting.
I swear to God, man. Look, I be laying in my bed. I be knocked the fuck out of sleep. I wake up next morning. Why this bitch in the bed with me? We got 2 separate rooms. You sleep in your room. We not fucking. Why you in the bed next to me with your arm around me? What the fuck is this? I wake up in the morning. Who the fuck is? Why are you in the bed with me? I'm yelling. Like, just leave me the fuck alone. I'm trying to leave you alone, but you won't leave me alone. I don't understand.
No.
I was really frustrated when I was younger.
No.
People used to piss me off all the time. It was like left and right. I'm like, I don't get it. I understand now, but when I was younger, I just...
Yeah. I know what questions to ask now.
Why you want to leave me alone? I told you don't want this. You don't want none of this, but you want to be around me. Leave me alone.
Because you make me comfortable.
I know. I know that now. Then I was like, leave me alone. Just let me be.
I feel it.
Yeah. That situation didn't end until she moved upstairs to the 3rd floor.
Oh, yeah. That was a terrible ending.
Man. Then she walked in on the bitch I was fucking with. We ain't gonna talk about that. That's off story. You got anything else, Ash? What you talking about?
That's all I got, buddies.
What was the sex question?
What was the sex question?
Yeah, because you had relationship sex. You probably.
What was I had a lot. It was like 2 for one episode, but I could always mix it up next time. The first one was, what do women do that they think is a turn on, but is really a turn off?
Suck your balls too hard.
Facts. That shit hurts.
Suck them lightly. You don't really even need to put the actual ball in your mouth. Just lick the sack.
Yeah.
Like the balls are real sensitive, and if you suck them too hard, it hurts.
Like you ever, look, Ash, don't ever do this. But look, if you ever got that right there, that you see that tap, you see how light that tap was? That hurts when you hit our balls. So you sucking. Look, you think that shit don't hurt when you do like this? If you just tap a nigga ball, like you can just accidentally. You ever seen niggas playing around like, just accidentally hit each other and be like, oh shit, that shit hurt. That shit hurts. That hurts. Mm-hmm. So bitches be like on your balls and just sucking on your shit like you sucking on a dick, bitch. That shit hurts. Anyways, continue on.
I would also say I don't know, Marcus, if you've ever had this, but this has happened to me. You ever experience, like, it's usually like earthy chicks or chicks that aren't necessarily like seen as the most freaky or outgoing. Mm-hmm. They want to give the longest lead up to giving you some head. They want to kiss around your stomach and on your thigh and touch your dick a little bit and come back up. It's just like a whole 30 minutes before they put the dick in their mouth. It's just like...
Nah, it ain't never been that long. But you either gonna suck my dick or you not. Like, this ain't... Like, okay.
Overly
from personal experiences...
Yeah, just like they just...
No, I've never had anybody do that. Like, just take their time to get there. You go put that bitch in your mouth. Like, it won't be a whole bodily experience or like all that. You might rub on the legs a little bit, kiss around, like lick around, and then put it in your mouth. But it ain't I'm not getting it. It's not like I'm about to eat her pussy, which I'm like, I'm running out her whole body and all that.
Do for us, we do that for you. So the whole warm up.
No, I don't need all that.
So no.
Just pop the bitch in your mouth. No.
Kissing on my chest, on my abdomen, my upper stomach area, the inner thigh right by the dick. She gonna kiss the dick. She gonna kiss me and giggle a little bit. And bitch, if you don't put this dick in your mouth.
No, I've
But
had
you
lead
can't
ups.
say that because she's
Right.
still working herself into putting this dick in her mouth.
Right.
So you just gotta later, like you
I-
on plank, just like, oh my god, none of this is amazing.
I've never
really
been in a
just wish you would
situation
suck
where
my
it
dick.
took a long time for them to get to it. It's like maybe it's like here, and there, and then it was like boom in your mouth. But it's never been a like, oh yeah, I'm gonna give you this whole sensual thing like I'm giving you before I'm about to eat your pussy.
No,
Nah.
bruh. All right, well, do you fuck with earthy chicks?
Ooh, what's an earthly chick?
Earthy, like
Nah,
they're like the shea butters.
Nah, I haven't hit one of those yet.
Okay, yeah. So,
It's either ratchet or you just real freaky.
So that's the ones that you fuck with.
Yeah,
All
I
right.
haven't hit an earthly chick yet. I've been trying to find them, but they,
All right, yeah,
they
so the
being
shea
real
butters.
difficult
We're
right
trying to
now.
find that Erica
So the
Badu.
ones that are
he
shea
called them
butters-
the shea butters,
the shea
butters.
Yeah, the shea butters.
Wait, hold on, my Ari Lennoxes.
Yeah,
Look,
the
keep
Ari
going.
Lennoxes, yeah, the shea butter babies,
The
the shea butter babies, motherfucking them. And
Earthy.
then the,
I'm
yeah,
vegan.
the
I
earthy
don't even
chicks,
eat
the shea
meat. That's how it
butters.
took so long to get to your.
Gonna eat this meat, girl.
Oh my god, it was.
I'm a fucking vegan.
That should
I don't
be
even
so
put-
long. I'd be like, what is happening? When is my dick gonna go in your mouth?
Ooh.
But you can't say nothing because then she go like not be in the mood and then you go fuck it up. Like you gotta learn. Like early chicks is
They get
it's
irritated.
a vibe, but some
Uh-huh.
of their shit is just dumb. Like they get just like, bitch, you being too sensual right now. Like you rub it on my calf and shit, bitch. If you don't put my dick in your mouth, what is you?
But you don't get the sage out of my face. Like,
What you doing? Like, come on
What
now.
is Crystal doing by my dick? Literally, for real. What are we doing here?
What are we doing?
STDs out. STDs out.
Oh, you hitting with some Reiki and shit? Like, nah. So yeah, no.
All right, no
that
offense to
shit-
earthy ladies. I love y'all. I'm just
No,
trying
like
to
I
find me one.
fuck with the earthy ladies. Like I love my shea butter babies, but just that lead up to like, what is happening? Like, because it's like it's not even like because I feel like with a guy like he kissing on your neck and he trying to get you prepared for everything. Like,
Yeah, he has to understand.
Yeah, I
this.
gotta build you up.
yeah.
Like realistically, you just pop the bitch in your
That's
mouth and I'll be
pretty
all right.
But for me, it's like
His dick hard, so it should go in my mouth. I mean, that's how I go in prepared situations. You might get like 3 to 5 minutes of that, depending on how much I fuck with you.
nah.
If I really
See,
like you, you might get like 3 to 5.
see, like what happens is it's like
Even then,
Nah.
I don't even know if it lasts that long.
She like, I'll just be. That's a guesstimation. I'll just be down there.
No.
Yeah, like I'll do those kissy things and stuff like that, but it won't be for long because I'm not trying to. If I see your dick's hard, and we already naked, you turned on. What else am I supposed to?
nah. See, this is don't even start like that. See, look
It
at
just
you.
be the whole.
No, let me explain. So, start off you and her chilling. Now y'all kissing.
Mm-hmm.
It probably is like the second time y'all done something. You probably done already fucked. Didn't get no head though. And so now y'all chilling and
I'll
everything.
be
You
so mad about
kissing,
those
and now she a little more feeling you.
Mhm.
And so she kissing on you, y'all undressing and everything, and then she push you back because she want to take control and be all sensual. And that's when you know, oh shit, there's head coming. And then there's that long wait of her just doing all the shit she thinks is cute and getting you excited that's not working. You're like, damn, my dick
Oh, my
is,
dick's up.
yeah, my dick about to get
Wait,
soft
hold
with all
on.
this dumb
You just made
shit.
me think about something. Finish what you said. I got a question.
Yeah, like, nah, because it's just be like, she be kissing on your chest and rubbing on you and then getting ice to rub on your body. It's like, can you just suck my dick, please?
You need all this. I don't need all this.
I know, my
Real-
dick,
like I said,
you
I've
just
been
be in
saying
your
this whole
mouth
time we've
right
been talking.
now.
Just pop that bitch in your mouth. Like,
It could be in your
Like,
mouth
I don't
right
know why
now,
I'll be down there for that
and
long.
I wouldn't be upset. I'm telling you,
Maybe
earthy
after.
chicks will be giving you the whole, like, the sauce to sensualness. It's just like, we could have broke this up. This could have been like 5 different sexual head experiences. You could have did 2 minutes of this foreplay shit one time, 2 minutes over here. Like, but how we get to 15 minutes and you just kissing on my inner thigh?
I don't need that.
understand.
You know?
Like, realistically, I don't like, what's the word I'm looking for?
Foreplay?
No, it's not foreplay. It's,
Being tickled?
no, it's not a sexual thing. It's like a teen.
What just happened?
I don't like doing like, I don't like the whole little steps, right? In between. I can't think of the word right now because, things. But like, realistically, that what he just said just made me mad. But don't be kissing on my thigh for 15 minutes. I'm gonna fight you. I'm gonna fight you because realistically, I'm gonna be like, hey, you put that bitch in your mouth or not? You just gonna.
Then no, you're not getting your dick sucked by the
I'm
chick.
just not getting my dick sucked. I don't
and now
like.
You're not getting pussy. Now she's leaving. So let me explain. You can't fuck.
I can't,
so
man.
Early chicks are like.
You can't kiss on my leg
They're
for
like
15
hermit
minutes
crabs.
and I got the issue.
They're like hermit crabs.
I get.
So
I understand
if
that.
you make any fast movements, they're going back in the shell.
Bitch, you going back in your shell. Like.
So like, cause like when I was in Cali, like I fucked with earthy chicks and like sedity chicks, but that's cause I was on my Cali vibe. Like that was the thing. So out there, it was just, yeah, like y'all want to do this whole like presentation before we get to the main course of my dick in your mouth. But you can't say it because you know, cause like the energy in the room is. You about to get your dick sucked, but don't act too excited because she not fully committed to sucking your dick.
Shit. I understand that situation too. Cause I fuck with a bitch like I don't suck dick. All
Those
right,
be liars.
but hold on. But what happened was I was in that situation. It wasn't that long. But it was like, oh, she about to put it in her mouth. This bitch said she ain't suck dick. You know what? I'm just gonna sit back and wait.
Quiet. You gotta be quiet.
I gotta shut up. I just gotta wait.
You got to be quiet and be still because she working herself into it.
She did it. Yeah.
and that's how.
But I can't act extra excited. I just gotta be cool.
Yeah. So now you understand. So yeah, basically that. But like they thought that the shit that they was doing was like getting you off. So they was trying to like get into their bag of like being sexy.
Oh, I remember the question I had now.
I don't need that.
All right. So you ever had a bitch try to be sexy and she just wasn't? Like try to do like a strip tease or something like for that, and it just wasn't appealing to you. Like it was like she was trying really hard. She like her physically is sexy to you, but what she was trying to do just didn't come off the right way.
No, I've never had women feel like that in front of me.
I've had that shit happen one time.
That sounds really awkward. Like
it was really awkward.
I guess. Well, see, it sounds like that was like a self-produced play that she put on for you, and most of mine are like. I'm the director. No. This is a self-produced play. And I looked at it and I'm like, Yeah, generally, I'm usually like the executive director of all of these ideas because Tony's usually the most freaky one. So I'm like, would you strip? Would you give me a lap dance? Like, I'm going to ask the questions. Like, I'm gonna get us to where we need to be. And so then we going to talk about outfits and you going to, like, I'm going to hype you up to get you on to be sexy. And so then I feel like it's usually a good pace because, like, you feeling good, I'm feeling good about the situation, and now it's a marriage of like good energy.
Okay,
that shit sound terrible.
Well,
I've had a really awkward situation where a bitch was trying to make my nigga like trying to turn him on, and so she gave me a lap dance in front of him, and like tried to ride me like and then popped her pussy in my face, and I was like. Like it was at a house party, not even like a house party because they was all grown, but it was a house party because at a house.
You're right,
but it was like with old niggas, like, and she probably like I was 20, 21 at the time. She was probably 25, 26. Yeah, gave me a whole ass lap dance in front of my nigga because she trying to get this nigga attention. Bitch, if you don't get off of me.
Right, get the fuck off me. No, see, like, all right, so this is what it was, right? Yeah, I mean, it might just be me, right? You can't do the traditional shit that you would see just in general and be like, oh, that's sexy. Because, like, it's just not, like,
You said I'm a laugh? That's fucked up. That's real fucked up, Marcus. You gonna hurt her confidence.
Let's rephrase this, right?
No, you said I'm a
no,
laugh.
you didn't let me finish.
No, I don't need you because I know what that word was gonna be.
I'm not gonna laugh.
You're a liar, so you gonna
out loud.
Laugh out loud.
I'm gonna laugh in my mind because, like, all right. So, like, let me explain this, right? If you trying to do like a strip tease for me, and it's something like I watch a lot of shit. So if it's something I've seen before, in my mind, it's hilarious to me. I'm not going to laugh out loud because I'm not going to hurt your feelings because I'm not that type of person. I don't like hurting people's feelings. I don't like getting on their bad side. But in my head, it's like, it's not really sexy to me. I get what you going for, but it's not. Like, you had to catch me off some off-guard shit. Like, I don't know. I couldn't explain to you what you would have to do. It just had to be some shit just catch me off guard. Like, if you do some neuro like strip tease or some shit like that, in my head, I'm laughing at you. Like, oh, that looks
That's
awkward.
weird.
It don't look like it. Just it's not like I'm laughing to be mean. It just looks awkward to me in my mind that you're trying to do something that you're naturally not accustomed to doing. Like if you're like not that type of person and you try to do a striptease for me, and I don't ever see you in my mind ever just pulling off a sexy striptease.
Mhm.
It looks awkward to me.
No,
It looks
Marcus, you
weird.
gotta let them get in their bag and respect
Like
that. And
you want to do it. I'm not gonna stop you.
Oh no, you can't laugh in your head either though. You can't.
No, I'm
you
gonna
gotta
laugh
get
in my
past
head.
the
I can't do that.
That's what I'm saying. It's like because at that point she trying to be sexy for you and she's stepping out of her comfort zone.
I understand
to
that,
try and do
and
something
that's
for
why I
you.
don't put that shit in the open. I was like, I get what you're trying to do, and I appreciate it for what you're doing. It's just not.
So do you at least respond the right way?
Yeah, I respond the right way.
All
In my
right.
head, it's a whole nother
Nothing-
situation.
All right, because I was about to say, nigga, you
That's
can't be.
weird.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna
Sexy,
knock you on what you're trying to do.
sexy,
That'd be
the
like
whole
me
point
trying to
of
do
being
some romantic shit for you, and it's like, oh, this shit ain't romantic. Well, damn,
worst shit in
bitch.
the world
Like, you
is-
could at least try to acknowledge it. It's me trying.
No, see, I'm with that, but the worst shit in the world is when, not even when she's trying to be sexy and like you find it awkward or whatever, but when a woman has crazy sex appeal, you really, really into her, but you don't find her that attractive.
She don't find you that attractive.
No, you don't find her that attractive.
That was me for.
She has crazy
That was me
sex
for
appeal,
3 years.
but you don't find her super
Oh.
attractive. Like you want to put your dick in her. You're not exactly sure because it's not the physical that makes you want to do it. It's just this energy. I want to fuck you.
Mm-hmm.
Anytime
Nah,
around
I
you,
take
I want to
that
put my
back. You
hands
wasn't me for
all
3
over
years.
you.
I
But
can't my whole statement.
I don't really think that you're the most attractive. But I want to fuck you
Huh. Let me think about that for a second.
and be all over you.
That's not like a. That's not what I asked.
I can see that.
What did you ask?
It's like,
I forgot the turn on. What do women think is a turn on, but it's really a turn off. But you just saying that.
Oh no, I told you what mine was.
Yeah, you already said it.
The build up to fucking head, like put my dick, that, and yeah, mostly that. Like, can you just?
Yeah, you already said it.
I think Marcus's was the being awkward.
You
yeah,
already said it.
that was my awkward. Like,
I don't know what I was thinking.
cause I've had people try to do it
I was
before.
like, I felt like we answered
and
that.
it was just weird to me that they're trying to be like that. Anyways, we can get off of that.
But
What
you
were you
never-
talking about?
Oh no, the sex appeal. Like we don't have to really stay on and talk about that. It was just.
No,
something
I'm
that-
asking you what you were talking about because it reminded me what the fuck I was about to say.
Oh, I was talking about.
Yeah, sexy gotta be an energy. Sexy
sex
gotta be
appeal
energy right
is
under,
like- I don't even look at you like physically. Like, damn, she gorgeous. It's just like, but when I'm around you, it's this energy that makes me want to be physical with you.
All right, I'm gonna put this out here for the podcast world. It's recorded. Y'all know this. I can never say I didn't say this for once in my life. That's how I feel about white women. Like, I don't really want to be with y'all. I don't really want to have a relationship with y'all. I don't want to marry with y'all. I just want to fuck y'all sometimes. That's how I feel. It's recorded. Y'all got it. Don't ask me about it ever again.
You know, I
Y'all
just
see me
think
with a
it's
white
weird
bitch, that's what I'm doing.
when you catch random energy from somebody else, and you're like, I just want to.
Yeah, I don't.
Because for me, like, I'm superficial.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna date you. We could be amazing friends and all of that, but I know it's not gonna go nowhere. I know I really just want to be physical with you,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just really weird. It is like, I just wondered if anybody else had that. It's like, I'm just really physically attracted to you. I don't know why.
Yes, I'm like,
Outside
I don't
of what
know
I said,
what it is,
yes.
why.
Outside of the group of women I just specified, yes. I've been in a couple situations. I look at somebody, I'm like, huh, I'm all about that. Everything you about, I'm not about, but you, yeah, I want that.
Yeah, that happens plenty of times.
I'll knock it out one time. I just like, and like, I feel like that's a lot of things that roll all the way back what we were talking about earlier. A lot of times, new pussy. I'm like, I see that. I just want to hit it one time.
No. This type of energy is the energy where I fucked you multiple times, and still when I see you, the only thing I really want to do is fuck you like it's brand new pussy, and that shit's crazy to me.
That should be such a conundrum. He'd be like, could you, I was like, I'm a pussy, could you not? You'd be like, no.
Okay, you got a point right there. I actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I have a situation like that.
Yeah, cause
Where
like,
I fucked you, when I see you, all I want to do is fuck you. I don't care about being with you, nothing like that.
Yeah,
Just
like
wanna,
you cool, but I really just want to be physical with you, like.
Mhm.
And yeah, I don't know, but that's all I had.
Yeah, that's That's all I had.
All right, well, look
All
at
right.
that. This has been a long ass episode of conscious
Yeah, my nigga,
reconstruction.
we 3 strong. We ain't never did 3
Look at
strong.
y'all. An hour for each of us.
Right.
Good for y'all.
Right.
Happy Thanksgiving. Since we weren't here on Thanksgiving to give you our
Nah.
Thanksgiving episode,
We all went to eat.
consider this a little makeup. Look at y'all. We killing the game.
Yeah,
out
y'all
here.
extra hour because we wasn't here.
Yeah. So like, subscribe, comment. It'll be up in an hour.
Hour?
No, I'm lying. That's not. It's 2:32 in the morning. So niggas is going to sleep. We out.